And I'm short. Oh, come on. What is that? Baby! Good morning, everybody. While the cameras are broken, right when I go live. Oh my, dude, it's always
me and
something.
Tucker are just together. Me and Tucker are just in the same
the same
we
guy.
are not together. We are not together. Do not say this.
Today we found love. Love and lettuce. Explosive diarrhea on a Friday. Anthony got Taco Bell and he's regretting it.
You did get Taco Bell, right? Didn't you?
No.
Wait, did you actually get Taco Bell? That'd be funny as hell.
No, dude, I've had Taco Bell like twice in my life, dude. I don't like Taco
okay.
Bell.
Yeah, they're not good. I was always partial to not so much all of their food, but the potato olays at Taco John's. Those fuck. They're just like sliced tater tots bathed in grease and salt. It's amazing. It's amazing. And this is why I'm not 171 pounds with 6% body fat anymore. That and probably the weed. Well, anyway, good morning to everybody tuning in just now at WhaleWatch. We are gonna jump right into things and start looking at some open interest changes and some of the flow that we were tracking this week. We're gonna do that every Friday. Fridays are gonna be a little bit more of our fuck around days. And next week, something a little bit special. I'm gonna say, fuck it. And we're going to take the show to 5 days a week because every time we're not live, somebody asks, is there WhaleWatch today? And then I'm like, no. And so now I'm just going to say, yeah, and we're going to do it. And Friday's going to be the day that we fuck around the most moving forward. That's what it's going to be. So as always, we're going to look at some open interest changes. On Fridays, we're also going to look at all of the flow that we track during the week while we're going to do our market open trading session per usual as well, and then we'll do a whole slew of flow requests. So as always, drop your flow requests in the chat. We'll get to it as we can. Starting us off, though, Anthony, what are we looking at? A blank screen, dope.
I'm starting with Monday here. Obviously, I'm starting with Monday. That was the first day of the week there. Those NXE puts, I haven't went back and looked at them, but this is the one we thought they were kind of position building a little bit here. You got the 10,000 on the 8th and then the 10th as well there. That first one was
That's
kind of a
double-double, though.
side. Yeah, a little no sider there. I don't. Oh, this was a see, maybe I should put notes in next to this stuff. This was
There's an option to do so.
Yeah.
That's on the
I
site.
think this was a double check that open interest one here, I believe.
I saw it. No one. Don't worry about it. We got you.
That double sided or double hit there where there, so that volume carried over there. Yeah, I'll have to put in notes next time. The NVO ones, this was the position builder one. I haven't looked at this one to see. This one actually hasn't worked out, it looks like, with all the kind of downside there. But I mean, they're still in that position there, and if they're long, who knows? If they're short, I mean, it's tough. There's 8 days or 14 days left at them. They're 8% out of the money. I mean, they're underwater a little bit right now. I mean, their average is about, kind of that 90-ish, maybe dollar-ish kind of between everything there. I'm curious to see what happens. I don't think these ones overlapped earnings, but let's take a peek. No, they don't. So yeah, I was kind of eyeing that one to see what would happen because it was a position builder over a couple days. Again, could have been short. Just because this is the ask doesn't mean that it's always going to be a buy. Let's go over here and take a peek. The SBET 717 5.5 call. I think this was another one we wanted to double check that open interest on. This one, so Wednesday, yeah, I mean, original position there on this 8th there, carried over, little ad there on the 10th, and you see most of that kind of drop off there on the 14th. So they got out at the bid there, entered at the bid and got out at the bid there. So little interesting one there. So now to add some actual flow that we looked at on the show that we caught live here, those XOM, the XOMs here, those made a good move there, 234 up to 360 that same day. And I mean, they were chopping at 373 yesterday, and oil's up again pre-market here, up another % there. So good move on those guys there for us. Those Nvidia puts absolutely printed too from Wednesday's episode there. Whew. That was a big move on those, even intraday though. And we were talking about this one intraday about, adjust a stop up. And if you still like the flow, just maybe you want to recycle some profits. But look at that big move up that same day. $5 was a fill. They hit 733. I believe it was 750 with the spread. And then you just see that kind of drawdown on those contracts. Again, this is something that I was kind of talking about.
Yeah, that drawdown was probably that knife we had.
Yeah, well, spike technically because these were puts, but I mean, the
rebound from the knife.
Yeah,
I happened to luckily catch the morning short yesterday, and I was done trading for the day like 15 minutes in.
I saw that.
And I'm glad I stopped because I probably would have had a bad time trying to fish for another one. We just went straight the fuck back up.
Yeah, I was long going into close yesterday, and it stopped me out before like the 30-point run, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, just a frustrating week with Periscope. But hey, it happens. It happens. But no, like we were talking about Nvidia here, like adjust your stops up. You're up. I mean, $2.50 a contract. These came all the way back and actually went red. They were 490 there. That whale held, and again, just because that whale's always holding doesn't mean you need to hold. Like if you would have secured, throw a stop on here. Let's just say you get out, $5.90, $6 there, and you still like that flow. At least you secured some profits. And if you want to recycle those profits, well, look, you would have maybe got a little discount there, and then they run a little bit there. I mean, 730, they're going to be up again today there. I actually took an Nvidia call scalp into close yesterday.
Ooh.
I closed it. Thankfully, it was actually, let me just pop over here quick. Oh, why did it not save? Where's my save flow? Come on. Where's my Nvidia? Is it doing that thing again where it doesn't save?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let me go find it here. Let me go take a peek here. Nvidia. Let me go find it. Yeah, I took these 210s at a disc. I mean, like in the last 10 minutes there, got in about 386. They came up and hit 440. Snagged a nice 50-cent move on those contracts. The only flow trade I've actually taken all week, and I'm taking these off here, but
yeah, you get pretty risk averse during earnings season.
Yeah,
and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, look at his baby face. He got rid of all of his fuzz. Look at the little guy.
It looks nice.
I tried to shave off the bad juju from this week. So
shave away the lost streak, baby. I like it.
Yeah. Didn't work on Periscope, so. But I did get a good piece of flow.
What's going on, Arjun Nathan on Substack? Thanks for coming, homie.
Happy Friday. Yeah, so I took those into close, but yeah, these Nvidia puts here, yeah, these are going to be up again. They're going into close, and then we also had those CVX calls hit too during the stream. Another good move on those, 297 all the way up. Same day to 375, and then yesterday, I mean, chopping at 545. So I mean, again, you're up significantly. Don't get greedy. I mean, you can get greedy, but throw a stop on. Don't let them go back down to break even or red. I mean, that's just ridiculous there to let something like that happen. And those NVTSs,
like a personal attack on me.
Those NVTSs, they made a good intraday move there. I mean, there's obviously a lot of time on these here, but
Prince Banking asked, 186. 11% of Europeans see us as allies. Who's the 11%? I don't know how in the hell I'm expected to know the answer to that question.
What? What's the question?
11% of Europeans see us as allies. Who is the 11%? I got no fucking clue, brother. I don't know these people. I live in the Midwest, man. I don't know what Europe's doing.
Yeah. Those NVTSs, obviously a lot of time on those. They're pretty far on the money. I think we kind of had a little kind of questionable flaw on those, but I mean, they made a decent little move from when they kind of came in there. Just
we'll carry over too. I don't anticipate we'll see this position close anytime soon.
Yeah. So I that was one that we were kind of like you save it, but it's like it's do we wanna
if it turns
track
out
something?
If it turns out like the last time I tracked NVTS, I'm gonna cry. Because I started tracking NVTS at like $2 a share when I saw some unusual shit last year, or even was it a 2024 now? Oh my god,
I think so.
But they very shortly after that flow I started tracking announced that partnership with fucking Nvidia, and then went from $2 to like 20 briefly. And so if these guys are doing a wash, rinse, and repeat, and I see this bastard at $25 a share next year, I'm gonna be pissed.
Gonna be a little mad here.
I will be upset. Those of you putting ticket requests in the chat, don't worry. We will get to them. Just stick around. We're doing a little bit more structure on the show, and I'm going to be moving it to 5 days a week. So we will have plenty of time for flow reviews. Don't you worry. All right, what else we got in your open interest changes?
We had one of our favorite super far out of the money SpaceX calls coming again there. I didn't see anybody tweet about it this time, though. At least in a positive way. I put a tweet out about it. I'm like, don't fall for this. Don't fall for this, please. I mean, 162% out of the money, 7 days. These are worthless. They're worthless. I'll go out on a limb and say they're gonna expire worthless. So, and it's funny because we see this whale. I mean, what, 5 or 6 times now already?
Yeah, if it's the same homie, and it damn well could be. Look at all of that premium they're grabbing, by the way.
Yeah.
By selling 100 and at least 130,000 of these, because look how much carried over of that 146.
Yeah.
Now go ahead and multiply that by 10. Yeah, they're just gonna pocket 1.5 milli just cause. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like congrats, you asshole. I do like I don't have the balls to do this. Shorting calls is extremely dangerous, but when it's this far out of the money, it almost feels free. But I don't got that kind of fucking capital to short calls like that. Oh my god!
It's only dangerous if you don't have the shares to cover it.
Yeah. Like by the time that it get to that 3:30, they're probably going to be expired anyways. I mean, that's a very large move. Very large.
It is. Nah, these are short. We're gonna see wash, rinse, repeat on all of contracts like this, especially for SPCX, because if you look at that implied volatility on that contract too, not only is it ridiculously out of the money, which means State is going to eat it alive just by way of how far out of the money it is as time goes on. The IV on that was 227% when he filled this order. That probably gave him a little bit. It did. It gave him a couple of bucks right out of the gate. Look at that, just instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are sold. That guy's just gonna pocket $1.3 million for doing nothing, and that's insane to me. But hey,
I love seeing the far out of the money premium sales. I mean, those are what I like. That's what I'll usually sell premium on, especially the weeklies. I love seeing them come in on a Friday, and it's like 7 days till expiration, 60% out of the money. Like, oh yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Obviously, anything can happen, but the likelihood probably, favors your premium sell there. Other than that, though, I'm just kind of looking at SKHY getting some action yesterday. I don't think I'm going to touch this guy for a while. I don't like touching that new stuff right away when you see what happens with SpaceX. Everybody's excited about SpaceX, and then, when you're below IPO now.
And on top of that, IPOs are kind of, in a lot of ways, anti-retail, because most of the brokerages that are really retail trader / investor heavy have hold requirements. If you buy an IPO, like a lot of them, you have to hold for 30 days. I think Fidelity even, it's like 90 days. And if you close them, if you sell them, they bar you, some permanently, some temporarily, from buying IPOs again. And the thing with IPOs is they tend to do that right out of the gate run up and then shit the bed. What was SpaceX's IPO? 140?
150, 140, 150.
Either way, it's trading at like below
Yeah,
120
it's-
now.
yeah,
And a lot of retail might be bagged on that if they're not trying to get locked out of future IPOs. And so that's why when people were asking, like, are you longing SpaceX? I was like, hell no. One, because it's going to tank. And two, I don't want to get stuck with the bags if/when it does. If you can go back to all of the major IPOs for like the last 5 years, and it's the same chart pattern. Like, look at Coin.
Yeah, and speaking of Coin, let me just pop that up. Like, come look at the insiders on what they did in here. Let's go find this. Insiders. Here we go. Look at this thing. Ever since
selling the whole way up and
Actually,
the whole
just-
way down.
let's pop that to the all. I mean, just instantly. I mean, just let's IPO, sell. I mean, yeah, it almost makes you laugh because it's just like, what there's obviously, you know, insiders sell for different reasons, tax purposes, all that stuff, and a lot of it's scheduled.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I mean, an IPO, like, it's kind of funny that they're selling exactly at the top. And I mean, they're selling at the tops of these peaks too, every single time, which is really funny. I do like, I pay more attention to the insider buys and sells because obviously, you know, it's a little different there. But I mean, like, look where they bought. They buy right at the bottom. I mean, that's just funny how it works out sometimes like that. Speaking of things, not to go off topic too much here, there is a piece of, jeez, what am I doing? I almost keep trying to click this new Ask Mr. Whale thing in there on accident because I'm just so used to like going there, just memorize where everything is. But there is a Netflix whale from yesterday that's about to be paid at open. Look at this guy here, that 717.74 put. Not
Yeah, it's down 12% in pre-market.
yeah, they're gonna be pretty happy. They were deep in the money too, 13%, so they're gonna be pretty deep in the money on these guys there at open.
I will say, speaking of
That's-
at open, we got 1 minute, about 40 seconds until the bell. But 2 weeks ago, we traded the shit out of this purple line, this 28,634, 35-ish. This purple line is one of my purple lines of glory where I play it every time. And honestly, unless anyone in chat has another support level in this wide range I have here between the blue and the purple, if buyers don't reclaim this purple line of glory, I think we dump more. We're already down 2% on the NASDAQ, and the market opens in 3 seconds here. Let's see what they do. I wonder if they're going to just buy it up quick, reject, and then knife again. I'm not going to trade the open this morning. The dome is messy. It was in pre-market too. Just took
It's
a
been
payout.
bad all week.
Yeah.
It's been bad all week.
Yeah,
man.
fills are messy. Here's that pop. I want to see if we get a reject and a knife, but I'm not going to trade while the dome's messing around like this. You're going to get 10 plus points of slippage right out of the gate. I'm also going to drop my size a little bit for when we start scalping. But everyone, market is open. Before I bring in the guest who will be talking flow and trading with us, we're going to hit a good old-fashioned Tucker Hazel headline, and he's going to give us a little bit of a lowdown on the diarrhea situation stemming from lettuce. What the fuck is happening, Tucker?
Yeah, it's. Did you see the article I sent you? You can go look it up.
No, I didn't check the chat.
No.
It's big ass AP Taco Bell picture right in the chat. Third thing up.
Here we
There
go.
you go. There you go.
5
Yeah,
states now, damn.
Yeah, I think we've probably all been hearing about this. Just how vegetables are kind of on the chopping block right now. People are like, because there has been some apparently shredded lettuce specifically coming from Mexico that has gotten its way into Taco Bell, and a lot of people have been getting sick from eating Taco Bell. The
Cyclospora.
Yeah, Cyclospora. I was going to say the parasite, and I don't think anywhere in this article it mentions how that specific farm of lettuce got infected with all this, but basically it caused you to shit a lot, and that's kind of been the meme going around the last few days of just like eating vegetables is gonna make you like just blow your ass out.
Meat only
But
diet is coming back in style,
there we
baby.
go, yeah, because there's not been any issues with meat at all.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
But yeah, this is kind of especially impacting Taco Bell. But I'm not actually sure if it mentions anywhere on here if there's been other instances of other lettuce. Other
Why is it
vegetables.
always Taco Bell and it's always the iceberg lettuce? Like if it's not this, it's fucking E. coli.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny. So Bean told me something. He actually this was a couple weeks ago. He's like Chipotle's having issues too, and I was like, oh god, not
Oh,
Chipotle.
somebody check on Snorlax.
And it's funny because I've had like Chipotle like 3 times since he said that. I'm like, hey, I haven't died yet.
Yeah,
Yet, famous last words. So on
Keywords,
Monday's
yeah.
show, we will be without Anthony.
yeah. Oh no.
Tucker gets to do all the flow then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's exciting. I think Nate shared an article yesterday that Michigan has more than 4,000 cases of this.
Pretty crazy.
And so as Michigan trucks along fixing still, I don't even think the lead and water shit was completely rectified. Now they have to deal with an overwhelming amount of extra raw sewage, I would imagine, with 4,000 cases of just explosive, torturous diarrhea from eating a taco. That's fun. Good times. Real quick, exactly what I was waiting for happened, but like I said, the orders are fucky. I'm not going to try to jump on a trade when I keep seeing 10 points of slippage in real time here. So still hands off, but we got that rejection and knife. We are entering quite a gap I have on the NASDAQ. If they invalidate this little W they formed in pre-market, I wouldn't be surprised if we get messy.
Yeah, look at your Periscope setup too. It's a massive range too. Massive range.
Oh, that's a big
Again,
range.
It's yeah.
That's over 100 points. It's like 110 points
Yeah.
between
You got
those two heavy positives.
75.15 and 73.85. That's a big range. It's been big ranges all week, man. And the funny thing is, we've pretty much tested the entire range almost every day too.
Arjun Nathan on Substack asks, do you guys ever hold things overnight or do you just try to day trade? A little bit of both, man. With options, I tend to hold options, a couple of days. I'm not much of a buy calls and sit in it for 3 months kind of trader. I'm more of a, if I get into an options trade, I want it to pop within a week. I have bag held a couple that came back. If anybody was here toward the beginning of the show, Jay-Z and I sat in Rocket Mortgage calls for like 2 months, and then they came back to break even after being down like 80%. I closed them, and then the next day they went 300% from there. So we dropped the ball on that. But a little bit of both, man. And speaking of swing trading / someone who actually charts shit out in a beautiful way, down there in the bottom right corner, you see our man, a Joe named Joe, joining us today for some flow shenanigans. You might know him on Twitter as what I just said, a Joe named Joe. Another Unusual Whales affiliate. He's a damn good options trader. We'll have him doing some flow reads with us today, and if he sees anything spicy, maybe he'll put something on. How you doing, Joe?
That's me.
I'm drinking a Joe of you, baby. A Joe of you. A cup of you. Dude, I'm fucking stupid this morning. I didn't have one of my meds yesterday. I only had 1 dose left, and I dropped that shit down the sink when I was taking it. And
That's rough.
went to the pharmacy, picked my shit up, but I'm still tweaking from not having it for a day. So my brain is just mush this morning. What you been up to, man?
Just enjoying the heat and the smoke and everything else that's going on with butt COVID and everything else,
Butt COVID.
Hey, the smoke's a lot better now, at least by being I'm a little more north than you.
Beautiful, clean air is overrated.
It is overrated.
Oh, dude, it was bad. It's like a bonfire. Well, I mean, not today so much, but I mean, like, dude, yesterday you couldn't even see like a mile in front of you. It was that bad.
Dude, this NASDAQ short is going without me. Again, though, rules are rules. When the dome's messy, it's dangerous to put on a trade. I'm not doing danger. We just had a really good week on that account. I took a payout from it. I'm going to leg that into the personal. Building up that personal account to get back on track after the Weeble snap.
Oh, I thought I just heard Anthony for a second there.
No, sorry, that was my daughter.
Oh, sorry, I just get them mixed up.
She's back there. She's
They
back
just sound the
there. She's like, who are those dumb fucks on your screen, Dad? Who are those losers? Why are you doing this? Those of you just getting in here on Twitter, I know you probably saw the tweet and you're sliding through. We will be doing flow requests per usual. We're taking a little bit of a mess around day for our Fridays. So we'll do all of the things we always do, but with like double the amount of fucking around. So don't worry about it. Keep dropping those flow requests. Next week, our structure is going to be a bit different, but today we're keeping it the same, loosey-goosey. So what we could probably do is Tucker has shared a shitload of flow requests that we got during the pre-market prep, and we could probably just start trucking through those with me interrupting every now and again for a scalp if they ever bounce and let me in. Just kind of straight down right now. Right off that rejection that I should have played. Is what
yeah,
it
that
is.
7405 grew a little bit on
It
that.
did. We are falling off above,
It's-
too. If you look at those 7510s,
Yeah.
way the hell up there. 15, actually. Those fell
Yeah,
off. Look
15.
at those white dots on that 1 minute update. We got more buildup down at 7390. If we fill this entire gap that I mentioned on the NASDAQ, my next level that I play when we touch it is way, way, way down at 28,227. We're trading at 28,500-ish right now. So that's another 300-point drop from here. That'll put us over 3% in the hole on NASDAQ if that happens. Is this all chips fueled plus Trump's
Yeah,
let's go to war for the 70th time?
Chips and I think Netflix reaction too. Netflix.
Oh,
is
yeah,
probably
Netflix
down,
did
what,
get shellacked, didn't it?
10% probably now.
Joe, anything you're holding?
Netflix.
Anything you're still in from the week?
I've got some RXT calls that are just sitting and waiting with a horrible spread of my ask is 4 and my bid is 0. So I'm in those forever.
Heartbreaking. You can't even take like I'll get $1 back exit on that.
Right. I'm in some AT&T calls as well that are doing all right, as well as some shares, and then not much bag holding on VIAV and ENPH at the moment. So
since Anthony and I kind of suck when people ask for outlook on anything that's not intraday, I saw that you were playing with the unusual whales charts yesterday. What'd you end up setting up on that? Because I see you got those options bars on the side there.
Right. So in the charts, right? Are we watching my screen? We are watching.
Yep.
Right? So in the charts, there's a bunch of preloaded studies on here, and I was poking around, and right at the top there are 1, 5, and 30-day volume profile studies for dark pool and options volume. So I had never seen those before. I didn't even know they made a volume profile for that. I am expecting a bounce here. Actually,
I think on spot you could slap gamma on there too now.
Possibly. I don't know. I didn't see a gamma one. I can look though.
Let me go dig around. It might be in its own category.
Gex gamma exposure profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at all that negative we're trucking through right now on SPY. Oh, God.
Yeah, there's a lot down there, It could get worse. It could
Dude,
get a lot
it
worse.
seems
I
like
think we are
so
gonna bounce
long
right
ago.
now.
I'm sitting, the only shares I still have from what I call my great purge, when a bunch of family shit happened, I liquidated all of my holdings to take care of that. And the only thing I kept were a single share of SPY I bought in 2020 and a single share of SPY I bought in 2021 at exactly 426.9. And I had to put in the weirdest limit order, dude. It took a while to get it to work. I had to like buy and sell shares intraday like 5 times to get the fill I wanted just for the meme. And I got a feeling I'm not going to be seeing that price again to do it a third time.
You never know.
Fair.
You never know.
That's fair. As someone who likes to short a lot, I think it'd be dope. But I know a lot of people rely on their dividends. A lot of people rely on their portfolios in general, and I don't want people to get toasted. That said, I would love a third share of SPY at 426.9. Yo!
Yo, what?
Take a peek at my screen right here. I guess I won't be scalping right now, so we might as well jump. I missed that short because I couldn't put the order on. Tradeovate's having issues today. If you guys are trading futures on Tradeovate, I guess be careful. I just got a pop-up that Tradeovate is dealing with an integration issue. We're currently in touch with the broker to resolve the issue. I would love to get back to trading because I just missed a good old-fashioned 80-point drop on the short I wanted. Oh, well, you got to ruin my Friday, man. Anyway, I guess we could just dive right into the flow. Anthony, did you pull up any of Tucker's requests that he shared from the 50 different platforms we stream to now? We can just dive right into that since I can't take a scalp at the moment.
I actually have not.
You piece of shit.
The figs. I know Snore talked about these
He
figs
did.
yesterday. When I saw them, Fig got a lot of man. I think Fig's like my NVTS and hood for you because I got in those really long dated figs and sold.
Yeah,
them
you've
at
been watching
20%,
Fig for like a
and-
month, dude.
let me I think it was these 19 yeah, these guys right here. Yeah, these are the ones that I got in, and I got out at like 20%ish.
Hey,
Yeah,
base hits
look
are
at
good, dude.
124 and
Oh shit! I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Oh no! There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
that's just
And I know it stings when you see that happen after you take profit, but you gotta. It's hard, especially for those of you who are new. You gotta just take it in stride and move on to the next trade, man. Like you just saw me piss and moan I couldn't take that short. I'll probably bitch about it a few more times because we're now down. We're now down 100 points from where I was entering. This is not cool.
yes.
But you kind of got to take it in stride and just get ready for the next one. You're not going to catch the whole move on every options trade you put on, and you shouldn't expect to. You just need a couple of bites.
No.
You don't need a fucking 3-pound tomahawk steak. You just take a pound off of it and just be happy, you know?
Speaking of that too, we got data in 15 minutes. We got consumer sentiment at 10 Eastern. Like, I will always continually say our Midwest God's time zone here all the time. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Like, it's gonna say 9, but got a lot of East Coast people, and I had somebody yell at me before. They were like, "Yeah, but the market's in East Coast. It's New York." I'm like, "Whatever, fine. I'll switch it for an hour for you." Yeah, that big fig. But yeah, let's look at the one that. See, that's why you like having John, because he sings with you. I don't sing with you. I'm just like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, you're a hater of whimsy. Anthony has no whimsy at all. Zero whimsy.
Tucker doesn't sing with you either, though. So
Yeah, but he makes fun of you for hating it, and so
that's whimsy. Yeah,
That's whimsy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. This is whimsy.
Hey, Tucker, I made you a salad for lunch. I'm gonna drop it off for you. Got some lettuce in it for you. Those
I'm surprised you even heard of
figs.
vegetables. Fucking McDonald's boy, burger boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, he gets lettuce
I mean,
and tomato on his McDonald's, maybe.
And he probably goes,
No, dude, tomatoes are disgusting.
Oh god, dude.
They're-
Hey Joe, you want to
these,
be the
like-
new full-time host? This guy doesn't like tomatoes, and that's a problem for me.
like tomatoes are just so like they're too moist. They're too
wait,
moist.
that's fucking fruit.
It's too moist.
It's not a fruit, Tucker. It's a vegetable.
Oh,
Tomatoes
you're
are
gonna be
vegetables,
really disappointed, buddy.
When you like learn facts.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It is a fruit.
Tomatoes are not.
Tomatoes
fruit.
are
No,
a
they're
fruit.
not.
Yes, they
No, they're
are.
not. Okay, all right.
Anthony, look it up.
All right.
I'm on your
hold
screen.
on.
Google it right now.
Tomatoes.
Are tomatoes safe from
Wait.
cyclospora?
And it comes full circle, baby.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, but and legally it's treated as a
Yeah, because
vegetable, so
legality
what-
trumps
Oh,
trumps
yeah,
biology.
biology,
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
You've never
So,
heard
you
this,
know,
Anthony? Are you serious?
dude, they probably
What are you,
changed it
6?
after like. So okay, well,
Holy shit, man.
we're
I gotta switch to
both
Tucker's
half
screen because his
correct.
face is really
Dude,
funny.
I thought everyone knew this when they were like 8 years old.
It's
No, I
also a
don't eat 'em, so
nightshade, which means it's poisonous in high quantities.
So so I'm gonna say I'm half correct on that because legally it's a vegetable.
You didn't know the legality, you dipshit.
Yeah, I just thought it was a vegetable.
It's just Gex the Gecko all over again, man.
Oh,
God, that was bad.
man.
I'm gonna change the subject and do these figs here. And Tucker's gonna be like, "Is fig a fruit or a nut or what is it?"
No,
Next, probably.
definitely a fruit. We all know it's
fig
a fruit.
is a fruit.
Yeah.
B Loudy on YouTube says, Anthony, just throw in the towel, dog.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
For you. It's over.
And
You
then
guys
he
will come back
said,
from
legally, what does the government have to do with tomatoes being a fruit or a veggie? All right,
man.
Fig. Let's finish up Fig and make our way down these flow requests since I still can't trade because Tradeovate's fucked up right now.
Yeah, let's take a peek here. So that when that flow came in here, I mean, it's filling at the ask. That IV does get a slight drop. Obviously, the timing's a little different, but it's only 4 seconds different, and it's that same spots still. Jeez, dude, my brain's fried already now, and it's 40 minutes into the show.
Absolutely threw him off.
Yeah, that's I learned something new today, man. Yeah, you get that small little IV drop again. Spots filling at the ask, and then you get that kind of goofy order book here where it's that same bid and ask. When I typically see that, I avoid it. Like, yes, it can still work out, but I just, it's a yellow flag for me there. And then you're seeing that IV drop again here as well as that price is going up. And yeah, that's kind of the end of the trade in there. So I mean, a little questionable for me on that one there. I know there were some other fig contracts hitting at the same time. So just kind of, when I see other pieces of flow hitting at the same time too, I kind of might lean a little more buy to open there, but still just a little caution on this specific one there. Because I think if I pull up my feed from yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Let's see, fig.
Trouble seems so far away.
Now it seems as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in
you had
yesterday.
the short dated ones come in here again. They got a little pop there. I mean, and again, they popped from 39 up to 50. Like, yes, there's obviously still time on those, but 39 to 50, that's, I mean, 30 some percent. That's a big return there. And I mean, 20 minutes there, that's a big return. Like, you don't have to hold something because there's still time on it. Like, even if I get like a contract, or if I find a piece of flow that's like, 70 days out and it's up 40%, 30%, I'm going to throw a stop on. Like, I don't care if it's going to come back on. I don't care if the whale's still, and I'm going to be smart and actually manage the trade properly. But yeah, these other figs that came in, I think these ones looked a little better. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, you got that. Oh no, these are the initial ones that we looked at. Oops. Well, anyways,
Silly
happy
son of a
Friday.
bitch.
The 28 day out ones here. There we go. This, they all kind of have that kind of goofy fills in here where, it's not above the ask here, it's at the ask. Let's do this here. Oh, it's going to be goofy because I'm trying to go back. All right, one second. Results. Yeah, again, just this one, 123.62. Again, you get that kind of goofy order book with that same bid and ask there. Again, that spot is filling, not above the ask, treat it at the ask. And yeah, I mean, it's just the fills are kind of, you get some mid fills or bid side fills here. And again, it's not below the bid, but just the fills are kind of, it's yellow flags in here for me where, they're coming in at the bid, then you get some at the it's a little too much kind of going on for me on both of those to really get a clean direction. I do like the fact that, these came in about 19 minutes apart. So, I mean, Could they be buys? Yes. Could they be sells? Yes. Obviously, I'm talking in furu language right now. Like, yes, it can go up, it can go down. But like, when I see kind of double taps like this on the feed, I kind of like to lean, buys there. Then if they were puts, I'd kind of lean sells. But this one also overlaps earnings too. So you have that to worry about as well. You don't know if this is a pre-earnings move. Are they trying to play earnings? Do they not even care about earnings at all? That's why I avoid earnings flow usually, just because there's too many different variables in that there. But that was the FIG one there. I don't know what else Tucker's dropping here. Let's see.
Anthony, we're putting him in general now, so that Joe can also see him.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea.
Big brain.
I was
I'll be right back. I gotta turn my
reading
fan on because I'm starting to get nasty and sweaty.
Gross. Thank God they can't smell through the screen. I was reading the thing about the
Yet.
Apupa
Can't smell through
capo.
the screen yet.
Yeah, give it some time.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Give it some time there. Yeah, I'm catching up on the chat right now. Just a lot. Tucker the gorilla. Or
Dude,
monkey,
so
I don't know,
pissed
whatever.
That's a chimpanzee,
Trade of
bro.
8 is down right now. So pissed.
Yeah, I'm getting. I will be honest. I bitched about
I'm
it
getting
earlier. and
triggered
said,
watching this chart right now.
I know. The opportunities are aplenty, and for those, if anybody is trading on Trade-of-8, be careful. Got this little pop-up. Shit's fucky. It shouldn't be letting you place trades, but I've seen crazier things happen. So be careful out there. Missing this amazing long off of 410. Just
You're
like
not
we
missing
missed.
the long. You're not missing the long. You know you wouldn't have took it.
I probably wouldn't have, but I would have ridden that short all the way down. I'm more upset about missing that short than anything. We got a couple of blanket ticker requests. Joe, if you want to take any of those, looks like the first one up top is SMH puts request from Joe Patel on Substack.
I actually pulled that up there. And so I pulled up SMH in the options contract lookup. And I'm assuming you're referring to the 720 552.5 puts, which might be really small on your screen. There we go. And that was originally, so I pulled this up and I saw that there was 10,000 volume yesterday, all which carried over, and then another 5,000 today, and they're all on this gray, so they're all in the middle. So I popped over to yesterday's trade, and it's a cross trade coming through in the spread, which cross trades are usually something like a broker trade or some sort of predetermined agreement, and then it just gets reported to the exchange. So your fills are never really believable, I want to say, on these things, because they could be anything. And when it comes to like a decent amount of money, it's really hard to ascertain direction out of these. So when you see a cross trade, definitely take it with more of a grain of salt, but like it's not nothing, right? But at the same time, it's harder to figure out like what it could be, because it could be literally anything. And then today, another 5,000 coming through on a cross trade. So I'm assuming whoever opened these up yesterday are definitely taking profits, because it looks like they came in at 553 and now they're hitting a high of 18. So they've doubled their money. I would assume they're taking half off and probably just going to ride the rest out for the time being. But these expire end of the week. It's not something I would get in.
Famous last words. We got LPTX way in the background laughing at us.
Could be. I mean, you manage your risk however you want to manage your risk.
Fair enough.
When I see a cross trade come through and it's already up over 120%, I'm gonna move on.
Cross trades scare me already.
Yeah, for cross trades specifically, I like to see extra context, because a cross trade can be just about goddamn anything. They are basically preordained transactions between two parties that were going to happen no matter what. Not always directional, not always not directional, but if I see some good context where, I have some flow that directly matches what the cross trade appears to be, I get a little more interested. But for the most part, I'm not a big fan of cross trades. I usually weed them entirely out of my filters. But that's just a me thing.
Yeah,
and it's something that you can also put into context of what's going on, right? So when these were opened up, I'm going to pop back to Thursday and pull this trade up here. When these were opened up, it was noon yesterday, right? And it was right around, there was news traveling around that Trump was going to be holding a primetime press conference and that there could be some issues coming up with China. And then you see something like this come through. Well, now you have a little bit of context for something like that. But cross trades, for the most part, I'm hands off unless, like Nick was saying, that there's a little bit more context instead of just, hey, it could do something good.
All fair. I am currently SMH because I still can't put anything on Trade Evade. They're reclaiming my purple line of glory, guys. And
right at heavy positive gamma too. Right at heavy positive gamma.
Yeah, man. I just it is what it is, man. If we can't take my future scalps today, it is what it is. We'll just have a flow heavy fuck around Friday,
You know what's really funny too? You know what's really funny too, before I grab intel here? Look at that range at open. Did we not say we have almost tested? Well, we didn't really test
we didn't get anywhere
way
near that
down there,
range.
but I mean, we're moving within that range there. I mean, that's oof. It's funny how it kind of plays out like that. Almost,
It's almost like the gamma tools are useful.
Kind of, yeah. Well,
crazy.
It's like market makers know what they're doing or something.
Patrick Rain says, "Love you guys. You guys rock. You rock, Patrick. Thanks for coming."
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
We are also getting a whole new slew of flow review requests, and we're just going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, let's I've got intel here. Let me this thing is just there has not been a bull in sight on this thing here. Just tons of bid side call premium. Last 30 sessions, just look at that. Just taking profits at the highs there. That's something I'm not trying to kind of go long on right now. We do have earnings next week on it too, so keep that in mind. Oh god, that's an ugly net premium chart on that thing, man.
Just repeatedly negative calls. And I will say, chips are kind of getting a good old-fashioned nut kick, but I don't buy it yet. I think all of the AI shit is going to have another renaissance of bullshittery to the upside at some point. And then I'm still of the mind something's going to explode, but I don't want to be trying to short this shit in general. Even though we have a nice turnaround in basically all chips stocks, I'm not ready to put on my short pants on AI shit. New high a day NASDAQ.
Man,
and I'm not in anything.
Wild moves, man. Oh man, they're
look
growing
at that pump.
15.
We're gonna keep going.
This is gonna.
What would be absolutely grating, while we can't take trades on our Trade Evade accounts, is if they reclaim this 634 and stick it in the back rear view mirror permanently. And again, even we didn't even talk about this pre-market. We're just doing our flow review pre-market from the week. This purple line of glory has been here for so long because every time we come to it, there is an immediate reaction. Like right here, they knifed through it and back tested in the overnight session into pre-market, instantly dumped off of the back test to the tick almost. Look at that shit. I love this level. Reclaim, pumped like 200 points off of it, came back down, held it as support, lost it as support, shit the bed 200 points again, and now that they're reclaiming, what will really piss me off while we can't touch it is if they take this thing all the way back up to my other purple line of glory, way up at 28,923. That will grind the hell out of my gears with zero oil. and this is the most bullish turnaround we've had all week. Look how immediate this happened. Like, if I throw this on the 5 minutes, probably 4 candles. Yeah, look at that. A good old-fashioned 330-point bounce in 20 minutes, and we can't touch it. So I'm just going to keep pissing and moaning about that. Let's get back to flow reviews.
I've got one here before I continue with Intel. Snore just tagged me in those J&Js from the stream yesterday. Look at that pop there.
God,
good position build there. I mean, that's a good one there. I was like, who's tagging me in the Unusual Whales Discord there? I'm like, yeah, good move on those there. Good move on those. So back to Intel. Yeah, I mean, just a lot of bid side stuff here. Not seeing, tons of ask side put premium though. So, take it with a grain of salt, maybe. I mean, probably profit taking more so here, which obviously they're taking profits right at a good time as we're kind of dropping here. What do we got for flow coming in today? What do we got for flow coming in today? Let's see. Ooh, these could be kind of spicy, that 722.95 call. Big volume, big premium. Let's just see how that tape looks, though. Oh, it's a kind of a single hit, but it is a big multi-leg, too. Dang, look at those 207 all the way up to 326 there. Yeah, you're not chasing these. Yeah, I want to see what that multi-leg looks like on these. And it's a roll. They rolled them down from that 100 to that 95, it looks like. To me there, that does have kind of a lot of open interest on those bids, though. But yeah, that looks like a rolling down the strike there to me. Earnings are in 6 days, so these expire right before earnings. And let's see, anything else on the tape here? Let's see.
Stop.
Jeez.
I want to play, Coach. This is bullshit. How do I get Tradevate on the phone and be like, guys, you're ruining my show?
I pivoted over to a SPY 744 call 0 day.
My man.
Oh, he's happy. He's happy.
Now I've just got I've got a 20% trailing stop on it. We'll see where we go, but I'm expecting us to pump up.
Well, at least someone get to catch a piece of it.
Oof.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like we're
smaller piece.
not.
Smaller piece.
Look at that 75-15 buildup, bro.
Even
If they
above
take
that
it
a
the
little
whole
bit too.
range and I don't get to touch it, I swear to God, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to complain. But I will be cross.
Little dropped off there, but still very heavy. Oof. Man. Jeez, what a pump.
Yeah.
Just-
And I'm sure chat's not upset that today's going to be basically all flow reviews, but I am a little bit. I like showing off the Periscope scalps because that tool is my favorite thing Unusual Whales has ever made, and I like showing it off.
Too? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Tradevate itself is dead. I went to their site and everything. There's warnings all over the place. Tradevate died today. So guess what, folks? Keep those flow reviews coming. We got a long-ass list building up, and we still have 2 fucking hours left for the show. So we're going to be going flow-heavy Fridays. Because I can't take my scalps until Tradevate fixes their shit. We still got 215 people hanging out with us on Twitter. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're just going to keep trucking on these flow reviews. And Joe is sitting in a SPY trade right now, and I'm jealous.
Oh,
Dude, it's breaking out again. This
ain't stopping. If we came back down to that 74.70, I might long again with you, but man, it doesn't seem like it wants to stop there. What was the consumer? Actually, let me finish Intel here quick. Not really seeing much else or flow. That 722.95 is probably the most interesting piece of flow there. Do a heat zone read on it though. Heat zone read. I want to see how that gamma kind of looks today. Yeah, I mean, it's getting some positive net volume, but I mean, your premiums are bid side. Stop looking at the chart. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to yourself.
I know.
Look at that 0 day. Absolute gamma's at 90. We were already at 90, so we kind of hit that there again. Moving up through that
negative gamma zone, man. There's a ways down.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have earnings in 5 days. I just want to, or 7, whatever. something. What did I say? It was the 23rd. What's that? 23rd, 6 days. Okay, I knew it was like off there. Look at all that positive gamma up there on that 5-day. That is a lot there. I mean, there's negative gamma above us. We're starting to get through that negative gamma now. Man, I think Intel might see a little pop before earnings there. It's just kind of looking at that heat zone there. How far are we from our call wall and put walls, though? Call wall's way up there at 120. Oh, put wall's way down there at 70. Yeah, not really a good, solid support or resistance right now. Yeah, you're just sitting in the middle of all that negative gamma. Yeah, I mean, this can go either way. It can go either way, but I think it's favoring the upside a little bit there.
Matt G on the Twix chat says, how many bots are in each reply? It seems crazy. Brother, if you come hang out with our show next week, I'm going to take a stab at every single day in the morning instead of just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so y'all can hang out with us every day and listen to me piss and moan about Tradeovate. You'll see me blow up on bots a lot. Honestly, Tucker, it might be a good idea for us someday to go through some of these past episodes and just make a supercut of me screaming at bots, because it happens a lot. It's bad, dude. You're right. It's so bad. Now, in the actual live chat for the show, it's a little bit better. Every now and again, we'll get AI porn. Every now and then, we'll get OnlyFans advertisements. I bet he's in here now. He hangs out with us every stream. We got our footman that pops in every now and again. The bots aren't as bad in here, but they show up. Some Discord server was trying to pump Hood, and I was like, unless you guys are like 25,000 people strong, Hood's market cap's big enough that you're not going to do shit, but get out of my chat, please. There's a lot of that. A lot of that. And I think a supercut short would be pretty funny as I scream at them.
I'm taking some of these NVIDIAs again, man. That whale's still in. NVIDIA's climbing. I'm hopping in a couple of these.
Man, usually I take like 5 to 10 trades on the show. With Tradeovate gone, you guys are taking all the trades, and I feel so left out. I feel so left out. I want to be popular too.
I only took one contract, so it's not like I'm rolling around the money
but
or
still.
anything.
I had such a good week. I wanted to round it off with 5 winning days in a row, and I can't even trade it.
Yeah, I need to make up my Periscope losses this week, so NVIDIA it is.
This is my punishment for the win streak. They're like, you're fucking done, dude. You're done. That NVIDIA is clean, though. Like it looks a lot like the bottom catch we saw last week, too, on NVIDIA Flow. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for joining that during this pump. It would be really poetic, though, if we just violently reject and backtrace the whole range again.
If we do that, you're not gonna see me next week, probably.
All right, what's our next ticker on the docket? We're building up quite the list here, but folks, keep dropping in your requests. We will try to get to as many as we can. Since I can't do the Periscope scalping session, today is a bingo bango Flow Review Friday while I cry in the corner. We got an actual contract request there. If, Joe, you want to take a stab at that one, it is another far out of the money SPX call request. Tucker dropped the link for you there. I have a feeling I know what Anthony's going to say about this one, though it's nowhere near as far out of the money as those 300s.
Yeah, so this SpaceX 200 for September, I'm going to be completely honest. I am assuming anything with over like $1 million in premium on SpaceX strikes is short. That's just what I'm going with right now.
That's been the pattern for sure.
I haven't seen anything outside of 10% out the money return anything. It's all just gone straight downhill.
You mean all the Furus that were pumping the $300 calls last week were wrong and we're not going to break out for 300% on SPCX?
Yes.
No.
Yes, indeed. So these came through on July 17th, and it was $29 million that these came through on, even though they were leaning ask. I mean, there's been no significant decreases in open interest since, and these contracts are sitting around 3 right now. So these have to be sold short. There's nobody out there I mean, so yes, there's a lot of people with a lot of money who do a lot of stupid things, but day after day, seeing 10, 20, 30 million dollars disappearing within a month, I can't believe people are actually out there slinging this much money trying to catch along on this stock. It would be incredibly stupid. I'm not to say that it can't happen or that maybe this is somebody who's not right in the head and they are out there slinging $30 million. But the chances of that are pretty low, in my opinion. So I'm just operating the same with Mercron, MU puts. I am assuming every one of those is sold short. And the further out the money they are, the more convinced I am that they're short. That's just all there is to it. So the past couple days, we started seeing a little open interest come out of these things, but I went long this. This is a 58% out the money. Yeah, there's some time on it, but it's so far out the money, and with the market just basically pulling back hard right now on what I assume is the market pricing in 2 rate increases right now from the Fed by the end of the year, as well as not enough meaningful profits coming out of AI quite yet. I think we're just going to continue seeing a drop. And a lot of these institutions that got in on SpaceX, not in the IPO, but right before the IPO, they do an offering. And I think you're going to see a lot of people, a lot of this stuff, these institutions with the big money shorting a lot of these calls because they're just, it's free money for them, because who knows how many retail people are going to see these being pumped on Twitter and be like, oh, I'll toss $300 in, and then it's vaporized in a week, So I would tread lightly on SpaceX calls. I would maybe look at bid side puts. I think that would be a better indication that a bounce might be incoming, and just kind of keep those on a scanner if SpaceX is something you're interested in getting into, or just buy shares and forget you own them.
It's always the easy part there.
Yep. S&P new high a day. Just thought I'd toss that out there.
Yeah.
It's just moving, man. Taking a little breather right now, but it needs it. Needs it to continue up. Nothing's really dropped off Periscope either. All that kind of downside's dropped off. It's all up. It's all positioned up right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got the IBM one up here that Tucker
you had IBM
dropped
there
as well.
Run it, baby. I'm just still in the corner crying and sad.
IBM, what did they release their earnings early or something? They got leaked or something?
Is that what
sounds
happened?
like that's what happened. I think that's what happened when we had that big drop on the 14th. I think that's what happened there.
Holy shit. They dropped 25% on that.
Yeah, it was
wow.
a nasty drop there.
To be fair, a bit of a miss there. $600 million miss on their expected earnings per share.
Yeah,
on their expected income.
And the funny thing is, their earnings aren't actually expected until next week.
Oh, they got
so I think they got leaked, I believe. Don't quote me 100%. Leaked, or they accidentally released on one of them.
Our man Blueberry Jam on Twitch asks, didn't Kathy Wood go long in SPCX recently? She did.
Yeah.
I think they punted like something like $36 million.
I think it was like 41,000 shares.
The turnaround of Kathy Wood ETFs was kind of crazy, because she was on top of the world for a hot minute pre-COVID, and just a dumpster fire ever since, it looks like. One of the biggest returns of anything ever in terms of these types of funds at ARK Invest, and COVID went ahead and put a kibosh on that shit.
Someone's got to sell retail of those 60 and 70 and 100% out the money contracts. Right?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to do it. Someone's got to do it, man.
She's definitely playing the long game. Like, she's thinking 10, 15, 20 years down. Very, like, almost like Buffett, but on more of
Risky.
a growth scale versus a safe scale. You know.
Yeah, fair. I mean, the immediate returns probably were unexpected because ARK Invest exploded like insanely. Right. It's something. Oh, fuck, what was it? What was Kathy Wood's initial immediate return on ARK? It was something crazy. A couple 100% type shit. Right now it's like bad. Yeah, dude, ARK's trading in the 70s, and they had ripped. Let me go to the max here. They traded as high on ARK K as $160 a share before the 2021 and 2022 shit show. Yeah, well, time will tell what happens, but a lot of the tickers that she's really heavy on, I know she was really heavy on Tesla. I've never been a fan. I've been in the camp that Tesla's overvalued like crazy since I started following stocks altogether. But that's just me. I got a vendetta with Tesla. It blasted me in 2021.
Yeah, Tesla's like my biggest loser too.
You don't like, short Tesla, bros, guys. Yeah. Real quick, I talked about if we fill that entire gap all the way up to my second purple line of glory, 300 points above the one we reclaimed literally 15 minutes ago. We're pretty fucking close. Guys, Tradeovate, please. Can I log in yet? Oh! Can I play?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put one. Baby. This is gonna lose. I'm just putting one contract on. Let's fucking go. Tradeovate's up and running. But our trading segment's over, and I just told new Twitter people that we're doing flow reviews Friday. So if I take any trades, I will do it under the covers, and I won't say anything. But I just made $20 just to check to see if it works. Tradeovate's back, baby. It is ironic. I just said on the Unusual Whales Twitter account that Tradeovate was down, and now it's not. So that's awkward. But hey, it was.
I'm already out of my NVIDIA calls, too. I'm already out of my NVIDIA calls.
I'm just... That was a solid hour of absolute beautiful perfection price action breakout off the dump. We're up 440 points from the bottom right now on the NASDAQ, and we missed all of it because we couldn't put anything on. I keep saying we. You guys took trades on options, and you're probably fucking fine. I'm the only one left in the dirt here, and that's, you know, I made $20. I'll take it.
Those contracts filled at like 230-ish for me. They came up and already hit 340. So I'm kind of trying to just double tap that ping pong.
Man, I'm the only asshole not making money today. I swear to God, it's only me. But we can keep going with these flow requests. Those of you who are just coming in on Twitter, drop your tickers or contracts in. We've got a list built up, but we also have over an hour and a half left of the show. Good old-fashioned flow review Friday. And enough of you are sticking around into the flow reviews that maybe I'll just make Friday a permanent flow review day, because Fridays are usually my worst day of the week anyway. Some kind of mental block I have where all of the price action I traded all week is just invisible to me. And so I'm kind of okay with doing a flow review, flow trade Fridays. Maybe we'll try that out for a while. But those of you just coming in, drop what you want to see, and we will pull it up as we make our way down this list. And if we don't get to you, blame Tucker.
Oof, man, that's a yeah. I went pretty heavy on those NVIDIAs there too. That's a
you bastard. I'm assuming you trimmed enough already to lock in your initial input.
I had it. Yeah, I was in at 230-ish there. They came up and hit 350. I was in a like normal size position that I was going. I take.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm looking for a pullback here because I got in, they dropped a little bit, then they ping-ponged it. It looks like they're kind of... Why am I looking at it on the other screen?
I have no idea what you're doing right now.
Me either.
Making a great first impression to the people who just joined that have never seen the show before.
These, yeah, we were talking about it there. I mean, got in kind of that 2-ish area there. Don't try to assume any volume or anything. That's me.
What's up, Popo?
Yeah, these came up and already hit there, but they dropped a little bit there. It looks like we want to kind of stair step. I might double dip on these if we get another kind of drawdown there. Again, doesn't necessarily mean, I say it's a discounted entry, but it doesn't necessarily mean that price is going to come back up. I just like knowing that whale's still in though, and they haven't cut, because we don't know for sure if this is, a long contract. But yeah, I mean, double dipping there. Yeah, that was some heavy sides I put on there for a little bit there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the, the outcome of that one.
Must be nice.
It was only my stop hit at 15%, but that's that's on a normal size position that I do.
Yeah,
so
that's a good trade. I would have zero complaints.
Yeah, that's I will
So the show at least is 2 for 2. I'm just not involved in the fun. My trader may disconnected again. All right, never mind. False hope. False hope.
You don't want to do that with the thing. Yeah, and like I would have threw a trailing stop on, but Robinhood doesn't have them because they suck.
Yeah, you need to get over to a different exchange. And honestly, I do. Maybe in the next month or so. I know the intraday trades we've been taking have been pretty concentrated on futures. We're still going to be doing that, but I am going to leg into an options account again, so we can take some of these longer term holds and show them off. That way, I can show the account as well. Because I'm not going to try having you show your personal account all over the place.
This is my like actual like real.
It is funny that you've been a full-time trader for a hot second and you're still married to Robinhood, though. That does give me a giggle.
I like Robinhood. I don't know. I like their mobile platform. Like I don't know. I hate. For sure. I hate their browser platform, but I like their mobile because like I can easily kind of do it there. Like. Typically, like for browsers, I like Webull. I know you can't stand Webull, but
I used Webull for options for like 6 years, man.
Just the futures thing kind of messed
the futures nuking all of our on-stream profit is what ruined them for me. If you're new to futures and you're practicing, I would say use Ninja Trader and use their paper trading feature, because all of their plans involve free paper trading, like simulated trading. Go practice there. I'm pretty sure their free tier also has it. Go practice there. Don't fuck around on Webull's futures. Even if you love Webull, we had a situation a couple months ago. We had taken a $1,000 account to almost $8,000. And I took a trade on the Webull futures, trying it out because I didn't even know they had added it, and got locked in a trade that we couldn't flatten. Couldn't flatten it, couldn't add to it, could do nothing. None of the order buttons were working. I didn't get that position closed until I got in touch with their trade desk, which, let me tell you, was not an easy thing. And they told me to get bent when I showed them a video of their platform failing dramatically. So I do not use Webull anymore. Anyway, let's look at these IBMs. We have a long list building up. I want to get through these.
Yep, I got IBM up here. Yeah, I'll show it because I can show it here. But yeah, that's oops. Let me just pop it over. Yeah, that's a nice move on those NVIDIAs. I'll take that for the day. That's a full size position. I don't want to disclose the full portfolio, but yeah. Wait, maybe I'll do like a flow only one for the.
Yeah, we could do a side account that you're comfortable sharing. I'm not
like
I'm
a
not
$500 account. Yeah, I think yeah, and this is like this account has.
I don't have a discount code for you, homie, but you did just miss a massive sale. You're probably gonna have to hold out for the next.
I bet Joe has a discount code for him. Though.
I bet he does. Yeah, you could plug your code. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, code of Joe gets you 10% off.
There you go.
And a new subscription at Unusual Whales.
There you go. We also, if you're interested in like vibe coding shit, we do have now a 1 week free trial for the API. That is new. We don't usually do free trials for anything, but if you want to fuck around with the API, run it through some LLMs, run it through an MCP, you can for a week for free. So check that out. That's pretty dope. I'm too stupid for that, though. I'll stick to my pretty green and red lines clicking buttons.
Yeah, that's
right,
always
Anthony.
the easier thing. All
Let's
right,
beat the shit out of
IBM
this
here.
IBM.
Let's do a little speed one here. Speed one. Jesus Christ, man, speed
We're
run
killing
here
it.
because we are that IBM's been like sitting here for like 20 minutes. Yeah, they had some good net call premium. I don't think I'd want to touch this until earnings are actually done now, especially kind of with the issue that happened and we had the 20% drop. I kind of would be hands off. I don't like kind of, oh, they dropped 25%. Let's buy the dip here. Like, it doesn't have to come back up. It does not have to come back up, especially when we actually have the scheduled earnings report coming up in 5 days. So, like, yeah, it's kind of that.
Was that giant
don't
spike
like-
in net put premium followed by an absolute shit the bed in net put premium and in and out? Could be.
Yeah, probably. I'm guessing they were playing that down day, but it's just kind of all over the place here. And, you don't, like, now is it priced in? So when the earnings report actually comes out, or is it just going to move back up? Like, it's hard to know. There's just a lot of different factors in that. But let's see if there's anything good for flow today. Yeah, I'm probably done trading for today after that.
Yeah, you hit a banger on Nvidia, dude.
Yeah, that's and
Going to the weekend
it's funny because
on a huge dub. Take that shit.
Yeah, that's yeah, I took like 50 cents on those contracts yesterday going into close too. So like, and that's kind of what I talk about. I'll get off Nvidia after this, but the double dip there, like, you're up, like, hey, you're only taking maybe 15-20% on something, but that's 50 cents a contract. If you're in 20 contracts, 30 contracts, do the math. That's a significant gain. You don't need to aim, because now, again, just this is the last time, I promise. Like, if you yeah, probably, but like, coming into close, yeah, because I got these in at like 380s. They came up and hit 440. Technically they closed at 440. That's 50 cents a contract. You're up. They're short dated. Take some profits. And I told some other people, I'm like, I'm taking profits here. If I get that dip tomorrow and the whale's still in, I might snag that contract again, and there you go. You got double dips there again. It doesn't always mean that contract's going to come back to that price, but that's what I kind of liked. Oh, dude, those are so good.
You remember how popular those were in like the 2000s, dude? Like, everybody wanted Dippin' Dots.
They still have them in the mall by me, like, in the like little thing you can buy, like the little things. They have like little Dippin' Dot vending machines there. Let's see here. I'm not seeing much for flow on IBM. Let's do a heat zone read here quick. Man, now I'm thinking about ice cream. Jeez, look at that drop there. Absolute gamma's at 210, slightly below us. It's going to act as the strongest mag then in pins. 0 day. You got negative gamma at 210, 7 days out. I would discount that flow 7 days out because we got earnings in 5 days. It's just going to give you that read on the open interest. It's not going to take into account of what's going to be said during earnings, or if they're going to come back and talk about the little mishap that happened. We are sitting right up on that support, though, at 212.50. So, I mean, you got absolute gamma there at 210, 212, or put walls at 212.50. It might be a, potential, but look at all that acceleration below us. I wouldn't touch this thing right now, at least until that earnings period's kind of done. But yeah, not seeing much for flow on IBM there. Kind of suspected. I'm sure a lot of big traders aren't putting on stuff with earnings coming up, and then what just happened. I know I wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's fair. In other news, real quick before we move on, I finally got to take a trade. Yay!
Yeah.
I need to set a soundboard up, I think, because I always put them in the video anyway. I might as well soundboard. But I caught a little short off the top here. We kept rejecting that 28,882. Again, small size. I don't like the way the dome's acting even now. But I caught that 882 rejection on this green candle. Just one contract. I added the second one on this rejection. And we just wrote it down to the top of this candle here, this red candle. I like going to those little rejection points before they back test and find support there as targets. So we got right above it. I might just leave it there. I keep telling people we're doing Flow Review Fridays. I just wanted to show that I'm happy, and I finally got to play the game. It's installed and ready to go. Let's see if Tradevate crashes on me again. It was a little risky, though, because I had just taken that test trade earlier. Right when I closed that trade is when it crashed again. So I'm probably going to leave it at that, just in case it happens again. I don't want it to happen while I'm in something. That would be a travesty. But enough on that. Let's get back to these reads.
I got one more thing to touch on. I said I was going to talk about Nvidia anymore, but look at this again.
Bastard. Yeah,
got out right there 3:30, and you've already given up. I'm already would be almost back to break even there. Like, hey, if I want to double dip though, again, it's kind of forming that little shelf, but I'm probably not gonna double dip. I'm just gonna, this is where the over trading thing comes in, and you can really hurt yourself. I'm actually just gonna close my broker and not even look at it anymore and tempt myself. Like,
Stop while you're ahead. Have a happy weekend.
Yeah, don't stress about holding something over the weekend. And I'm not big on holding stuff over the weekend, especially when there's a lot of headline risk. Yep.
All right, you got any more on IBM, or are we going to punt over to Joe for the next one?
Nope, Joe can do the next. I am done. I'm done blabbing about NVIDIA, too.
Oh, no.
Yeah, probably.
All right, where are we at?
We got some V, yes. So as far as this contract is concerned, we've got 700 volume over 400 open interest, pretty close. Let's take a look at it a little bit closer here. I'm going to push this out to 5 minutes. 686 on the ask, or near the ask, which is over the open interest, but I want to take a closer look and see if it's one big transaction or a bunch of little transactions. And it looks like it's probably a bunch of little transactions. The biggest premium, or the biggest size, I mean, looks to be 96, but they all did come in at 9:02 and 50 seconds. So this is something that, because it wasn't in a block, I would follow up probably on Monday just to see if those were in fact not being closed and then somebody else tailing it, but does at face value appear to be some opening contracts on V for 35 days out. And only 4% out the money, which is a lot nicer than 58.
Very
nice.
Boy.
And cut.
We can keep trucking along, Anthony, if you want. Yeah, I got SNDK here coming up. Sorry, I was just closing up my broker there. Ooh, look at I gotta pop this up here. Look at those call premiums. They're starting to kind of dip here. That's why I don't want to get back into NVIDIA there too. I said I was going to talk about NVIDIA, but that's why I'm closing the broker. I'm done for the day. I'll take my wins into the weekend. Be happy. I don't like that drop in that call premium there. SanDisk here. Hey, they are green after absolutely getting shellacked this morning, I believe. When do we have earnings on this beast? Oh, look at that implied move for earnings, 27.16%. Oof. We don't have earnings till August though, so don't have to worry about that. They're trying to be like NVIDIA and report after everybody else. Let's take a peek at our premiums here, and not seeing too much for premiums. Kind of flat here, more so. Did get that nice spike back there on 7.9, but kind of looks like it was going up with that same day, kind of moving in slightly tandem there. Anything for flow today? Just a bunch of bid side stuff here in this 717 1500 call. Lots of volume intraday on it. I bet you it's really, really messy. Yeah, really messy here. Not a signal in this at all. Let's see if I can find something that might have a signal. 60. Ooh, 75% in the money puts. I ignore this stuff. It's kind of arbitrage-y stuff there. I filter this stuff. I will not spend time kind of like, oh, well, they're really deep in the money puts, they're bearish. Like, not necessarily. To me, this is almost non-directional stuff. Just that deep. I mean, they're pretty much, you're pretty much having the shares there and kind of selling them there. But I ignore that stuff there. Let's just see what we got coming in here. Anything volume-wise bigger? Not seeing anything really there. We can do a heat zone read on it, though. Yeah. Heat zone. Yeah, the flow's been... And again, I mean, just if you're new to the stream here, too, like, you'll hear me say it, not much for flow and all that. 90% of the flow that you look at isn't going to be good. Like, you kind of get that, in your head. Like, you see a lot of people on Twitter posting out 30, 40 pieces of flow a day, and you kind of think, oh, there's going to be a ton of good flow on this name. No, like, I mean, like this week, I probably found like 7 or 8 decent pieces of flow. That's for an entire week. And again, it's not going to always work out either. So, I mean, you have to really, really pick your flow. You have to be really picky on what you're taking. Don't take it just because something's at the ass doesn't mean they're buying them there. There's too much of that,
As violently evidenced by all the SPCX we've looked at.
Yep. You just can't assume it's a buy. All right, let's take a peek here at the heat zone. So that 0 day, I want to see what were we trading at a low here in the day. So we were at about 1329-ish, 1329-ish. Look where that gamma was on us here. Again, negative gamma doesn't mean puts. I've been seeing that a lot more where people just say, oh, there's negative gamma, it's puts. It's acceleration. Dealers have to hedge into that move. So if price is going up into negative gamma, that dealers are going to have to cover and move up there. And I mean, SanDisk here is a good example. We were at that 1329. Look where all that heavy gamma was. It's above us as price went back up. We spiked up here. Now we're at 1440. So, I mean, if you're just kind of saying, oh, they're puts, then we would have kept going down essentially. But yeah, no, negative gamma does not necessarily mean puts. It's acceleration. Dealers have to hedge and stay delta neutral. It's a little different than Periscope because this is all the open interest. So this includes, retail customers and market makers versus Periscope where it's just market makers. But this, I'm just kind of looking here. I mean, we absolutely went up here and you don't see much gamma above us here to really kind of pull us either way. Let's look at that 7-day one here. You got negative gamma here again, 1390. We were at that, what did I say, 1229-ish or so, maybe 1329, one of them. But again, you see how we accelerate through that negative gamma. It's not necessarily puts.
Oh, the AI porn spam has showed up in chat, baby. Let's go!
Oh, God.
I checked.
But,
it's AI for sure. Those ain't real.
Is it a Red Bull can?
Not this time.
Is it the one I muted or is it a different one?
I don't know because I'm looking on the back end and it shows everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I muted that one and
all right.
deleted the post.
But no prominent mushroom head this time, folks.
Thank God. I'm so not really much more on SanDisk here. Everything else is kind of, there's not much going on here. I mean, this is nothing here. Yes, you see the big positive gamma, but just kind of pay attention to your dollar figures here. Again, that's how much dealers have to hedge per percent move. So you're kind of looking for those higher dollar values and kind of trying to see where price is with that and so on. But not seeing too much more with SanDisk there.
All right. Joe, do you want to tackle APPL? We kind of missed this homie. He's been asking for a little bit. I see he's still here. I wanna give him a little something. I know you had Oracle prepped. That's my bad, but I wanna hook the homie up. APPL actually.
Just a blanket request for Apple.
APPL.
What's a APPL? That's not a thing.
Did you mean Apple? We'll go with Apple. Just do Apple. Fuck it. I could have sworn APPL was a ticker. Am I stupid?
It is, but it doesn't have options.
I am stupid. But hey, Apple.
Okay,
I'm going to assume you meant Apple, homie.
We're going with that.
Michael, that was his name, Apple. Did you mean Apple?
So just blanket looking at Apple for the day. There's a lot of volume coming out. But if the first thing I'm noticing is that all the volume here, and let's make it a little bit bigger so people can see. All this volume here is all 0-day contracts. So these are all contracts being day traded, in my opinion. Like, that's not something that I would even bother looking at. And I'm guessing it's probably 50-50 for the day, 46, 45. Like, there was 153,000 volume on this 335 call yesterday, and only 4,600 of them transferred to OI. So I'm assuming that's going to be another day. People are just tossing these contracts back and forth, in my opinion. So nothing really directional coming out of those at the moment. These 335 for next week also appear to be being flipped back and forth. Let's see if I can get something directional out of it. go over here and pull up order it by premium. We've got 290 calls, 91 days out. Say, let me push this out 30 days. There's some open interest. So it looks like there was some building here around the end of July. And then volume dropped off as the price started going up. And then we've got a very large candle today. I'm thinking these are probably being closed out. And they were getting in around 13, and these contracts are at 50 now. So that's a bit on the much side. Let me adjust this for out the money only and see if there's anything coming up.
Who's cracking a cold one?
That was me.
It's 9:40 a.m. 9:40.
Zero
It's 5 o'clock
Mountain
somewhere.
Dew.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's fine.
Just go
So
get the bottle of rum, chug the whole fucker on stream. Let's go.
these Apple 345 calls for August, these are interesting, especially since on July 15th there was a correction of 80,000 volume, and then 52,000 OI yeeted its way out. Obviously, we're closed or exercised or whatever these could be. Looks like they came in around maybe 4 or 5. And they yeeted right around break even. So not much there. Let me push out the net premiums to 14 days. See if there's anything we can see. Tons of call activity on the 15th. And we haven't quite pushed up from where we were from the 15th. But I'm guessing that's what this is right here. And it's a 91% multi-leg and half of it left. So not much directional on Apple. I will say they just got upgraded today. I saw Snorlax's tweets on the stocks that are upgraded and downgraded, and they got upgraded by HSBC to a buy. And I'm assuming this is going to be probably AI related, and they might be trying to make their move into the AI world. Maybe we'll get an Apple LLM soon, and maybe they'll name it. They could name it Miri. I think that would be a good one. Totally original. Nothing to be had there. But just looking at their daily chart, they got the breakout, the pullback, the big push up. We're hitting new all-time highs. Apple is one of those stocks that you buy and you buy it, right? You buy it. You don't really trade it. You buy it. So even when it comes to the options contracts, there's a bit more. In my opinion, it's one of those where a lot of the options contracts are probably going to be sold to open. So it's my take on Apple.
I dig it. Since you were already kind of pre-checking it, if you want to just go ahead and do Oracle while I still got you on screen, feel free.
Sure.
And we'll pick on Anthony some more.
Cool. I got the pieces up for when he's done.
So these Oracle 1 templates for November coming through. I'm going to push this out to 5 minutes just so I can get a candle that I can actually click on. So we've got 3,700 volume coming over 2,000 open interest, 94% on the ask. No sweeps, no floors, no multis, and high premium. So a couple days ago, these were only 900. Today they're 1,200. So we're already up, which is, if these are being opened, they're opening as we're pumping. So looking at the contracts, these are all looking right on, or actually, no, these are on the bid. That's on the bid. Let's see where the majority of the flow is coming through here. All at 9/11/45. And then pushing back. Let's push some more results here. And going back through, so these opened up right at 11.50, getting hit on the ask. And then the premium came through at 11.50. So I'd say there's a pretty good chance that these are being opened and they could possibly be longed. My only issue with it is that it's only 4 million in premium. Only 4 million, right? Only 4 million in premium. but we're already at 99 million on the day, and this thing is pushed nearly $1 billion in premium yesterday. So 4 million in the grand scheme of Oracle right now is not much. And I will flip back over to my dashboard because I saw right here, Oracle 160 calls got hit. So they've got earnings in 53 days. These aren't going to make the 53 days, but these are clear opens. You got 4,000 volume, over 500 open interest on these Oracle 160 calls for August 14th. And it looks like these are being hit ask side quite a bit. So, and a floor trade. So floor trades are a little questionable, and you'll notice the fill for the floor trade is 127 on a 1 bid with a 140 ask. So it being a floor trade and it being more of a mid trade, I'd be pretty skeptical about that. I'd almost think that those are sell to open. Floor trades are trades that take place on the exchange floor and are usually between traders or whatever they have going on, and they aren't necessarily when they hit the tape. It's not necessarily that's where the bid ask was or even relevant to the trade, because it's more of an agreed upon trade versus an open exchange trade. So these could be anything. Looking at Oracle's chart, like they are down there quite a bit. If these were covered calls, I'd be a little skeptical, but they are pretty far out the money, these 160s, compared to where we are at 125. So these are 28% out the money. So these could very well be shorted, given the fact that there's a floor trade right there.
Boom.
There you go.
I dropped my coaster.
It's throwing shit for emphasis.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony. What you got?
Oh, dude, I'm like dying here. I had some of my water and it went down the wrong tube. Holy crap, man. I've been dying for the last like 5 minutes.
Wait, did we already do this, V?
The V says maybe. Maybe. I can just look at them here quick.
Yeah,
okay.
he already did
Cool.
Visa. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Way ahead of you.
Oh man, dude, that was
Cool.
bad. I did see these Disneys just hit. Well, Joe was kind of
Right
going through
before
that,
the
and
Disney,
also
I did a naughty, and I did catch
Oh.
that short. For those who are new to the show, my profit for daily, ever since the blow up that we talked about last Wednesday, if you missed that one, we had mentalist Wayne Hoffman on to talk about psychology, habits, impulsivity, and how all of it affects not only your trading, but your life as a whole. I had a massive blow up in September with a death in the family and nuked one of my pretty fucking profitable accounts trading with a bad mental. So I've been trapping myself into not going over 300 per day so I don't get giddy and try to overtrade, chipping away at what happened in September little by little. Given how laggy Trade-Evate is, after that short that I just caught on that rejection of the last stair step we formed, I'm just going to be done. We're up 276 on the day. Trade-Evate's being weird. That's close enough to my profit target of 300 for a Friday. Again, like I said at the top of the show, Fridays usually kick my ass. We're done. I'm done scalping for the day. We're up 276. I have no complaints there after being completely taken out of the ball game during this dump due to Trade-Evate not working. I was looking at that rejection, so it was over 100. It was fucking, dude. Almost 300 points that I missed out on due to Trade-Evate's not working. But we got in. We got to play a little bit. We're up 276 on this account. I'm going to hit this X. I'm not even going to look at NASDAQ anymore. I saw a couple of requests for a gamma breakdown. We're going to do a couple more flow reviews for a bit here. And then in 10 minutes or so, I'll do a quick overview on Periscope to kind of pan out what I'm seeing for the rest of the morning. BK noted that yesterday at the end of the stream when we did that last second gamma read, it panned out. The Periscope tool is invaluable. Like you can't, I was going to say you can't put a price on it, but we literally did. But you're not going to find attributed market maker exposure this cheap. Like, you're just not. If you go check competitors, in many cases, it's double the price Unusual Whales charges, even on the 1 minute tier. Yeah, I'm done for the day scalping. Let's get back to the flow. I know we have a long list still, and I've been an asshole interrupting per usual, so let's dive in.
These Disneys that hit, I'm kind of good size coming in on these here. Hold on a second. Dude, I'm dying from that. Bro, I hate when you get something down the wrong tube. It's just a horror. And it was like a suck of air going in with it too. Like, oh,
I'm sure you have. You ever had it happen with like rum or a shot in general, dude? Oh my God, it's torture. I have a thing where like all the time, when I eat spicy foods, sometimes depending on the soda I'm drinking, this will do it. It'll like go through into my nose, and I have a really fucking sensitive nose, and so it causes a sneezing fit for like 10 minutes. God. It's awful. All right, Flo.
Don't even talk about sneezing, because my girlfriend always wants to kill me, because like if I like don't take my like allergy pills, I'll get into those like sneeze. You and Tucker heard me that one day after the show where I was just sneezing for like, 10 minutes.
Sounded like a dog that sniffed cayenne pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I will just get like the death glare, and I'm just like, I can't stop it. Like, I don't want to sneeze. Okay, that's a little better there, dude. I'm gonna die on stream today. The Disney's a little short dated here, 1% out of the money. Call premiums, they kind of dip a little bit on that, but premiums are dipping a little bit here too. I did like the tape here. Good spike in that IV when it comes in. Spot fills at the ask. Nothing in here to really make me dislike that flow. It's filling at the ask there. Good IV there right at the money, 7 days out. That's looked like a dip buy there to me. Jeez, dude. Gonna die, man. What do we have next for flow here? Let me pull that up. LMT next.
Yeah, hit that Lockheed.
All right. I'm gonna hit this mute button here quick too one more time. Jeez, dude. Oh man. All right, Lockheed here. Also, Joe will probably see it, but somebody said he looks like Justin Morneau. They're like, are we getting stock advice from Justin Morneau? I was like, you know, he could wear his. I'm sure he has a Justin Morneau jersey somewhere.
Just the hat, brother. Just the hat.
Okay. Premiums is kind of flat on this one right now. We got earnings again next week, so kind of take anything with a grain of salt that overlaps earnings. These could be interesting here. This, my guess, may be multi-leg. Let's take a guess. Yes, it is multi-leg. And they're 0 days. So let's see how these guys look. So I don't know why you'd want to do this here. I don't know, Nick, if maybe, or Joe wants to explain it. Why would you roll in the money contracts? So they closed or they rolled them 2 in the money. What are we at? So 2%. Oh, well, I mean, they're both in the money, technically.
Well, given open interest, technically these could be a close.
Yeah, that's it.
In their 0 day, I would be hard pressed to think that these are new. Yeah,
it's like some sort of goofy closure type thing trying to.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a spread closing to me, but if you look at that bid-ask spread, it is pretty
that's
dog
massive.
So between the really nasty fills, honestly, like, yeah, the 517.5s are ask side. Yeah, the 520s are bid side. But those terms are kind of used lightly when you have a wide bid-ask spread like that and fills this close to the mid. But given it's a 0 day, regardless of what side those transacted on, that's most likely a closure.
Yeah. This is a goofy. Joe was called Justin Moore Joe That's good. That's good.
We did get someone on the Twitter side saying, "Hey, do you have any way to make AI replace your live streams?"
Damn!
Dang.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you not
know
like
what,
my
man?
beautiful office? Come on now.
I mean, you're the one sitting here watching us.
You know what, man? You know what I got to say to that? That's all I got to say to that. All right, Auntie, let's do more fun.
You're the one that joined our stream, and you're the one
you-
watching us.
You
like,
came here on your own, brother. We'll just have Mr. Whale run the show.
oh God.
All right, what's this heat
let's
zone
look
look
at
like on Lockheed? I imagine with all the shit going on in the world, Lockheed probably doesn't have a lot of fear to kind of stay the course. But let's see what the heat zones look like.
Yeah, absolute gamma's at 520. We're just right on top of that. It's also our put wall, so our support there. And our 0DATE gamma is also at that 520. So kind of seems like, again, look where we are. So we're up $9 on the day. We opened up at that kind of 520, popped up, and then again, just price kind of gravitated back towards that slightly there. A lot of negative net volume on that. Yeah, with the earning, and again, kind of like I was saying, a lot of that flow is gonna not look super good with earnings next week. And I mean, again, there's not too much there when you got positive gamma above us, below us, 14 days out again above us, below us. Everything's kind of weighing on earnings right now. It's that 'tis the season, as I like to say, but I hate to say it because I hate earnings season. Yeah, not much for LMT there at all.
I saw the WSP request. That is on Canadian exchange only, non-optionable. We will not be able to do any flow reads on that one, homie.
You want me to do NOC or Jody want to do NOC?
Who wants to do NOC?
Go for it.
Okay.
Feels like I'm done with these bastards. This shit's getting old. I'm sick of it.
So, okay, let's take a peek here. So this one, again, just premium's kind of flat. Again, I like looking at that 14-day view just to kind of, see how it is that that day. Geez, dude, I can't breathe and I'm like trying to. So let me restart that here. So LMT, or geez, NOC. See, I was doing the previous stock there. NOC here. So call premiums here. So you're seeing ask side call premium, good net volume, but this is why I like kind of looking at that 14-day view. If you look at today versus the previous sessions, there's really not a lot going on premium wise. Again, another one with earnings actually Monday on this one. This could potentially be an interesting contract. I mean, it's not heavy volume, but let's just see how that volume looks compared to that open interest. Jeez, dude, I don't know how many times. Hey, I'm getting good at muting the mic properly. I'll tell you that.
I could take a lesson from that, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, all this is kind of coming in at that one time. So you got 80 here. It's really, really tight where you have that, it's an opening trade here, but it's not a massive whale. I don't like kind of following that, like double digit whales there. It gets a little kind of, it's not, to me, it's not a massive whale. No, watch that. NLC is going to have a massive earnings and it's going to pop, and this is going to be one of those that runs like 3,000%. Dude, I can just hear it when I'm breathing. Like my lungs are like.
Welcome to WhaleWatch, where you get to watch a man named Anthony catch pneumonia live.
Pretty much. You get that good IV spike when it comes in, though. Spot is filling at the ask. I mean, I would lean buy to open, but hard to know if it's a whale or what or anything. It does overlap earnings too. But that's really it for today. Otherwise, our heat zone, let's see. Again, we're up $16 on the day. We were trading at that, 527. Look where all that positive gamma is, up at 540, 530, 515. Price gravitates towards that. Absolute gamma is also that 540. we're pretty much in line with the heat zones here right now. Other than that, yeah, I'm not seeing too much on that one. I'd say that call's kind of interesting. Hard to know if it's a whale or not, though. Hard to know. What's Periscope doing here? Oh, coming into maybe some support here, 74.70. Got a nice little drawdown there. Nice little pullback there. Joe, did you get out of those calls? I hope you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stop
jump.
probably have
I'm
hit.
gonna actually jump right now to that requested gamma review, just really quick.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, take a breather, man. So we pushed, basically, we got within 20 points of that entire range, man. We rejected right at the top of that wide negative gamma range that we formed over the last 25 minutes or so. A pretty clean rejection of the top of that negative gamma range. And we're now sitting right on top of the new positive gamma that we saw build up at 74.70. Now, we literally, as I was speaking, got the 10:01 central update. 75.15 is falling off quite a bit. You see these white dots? Those are the last couple of 1-minute intervals. That's trailing away. They're moving this positioning down, market makers are. Now, if we start seeing where we're sitting right now, the 74.70, if we see that flip negative over the next 5 minutes or so, and they can't get back over it, I am of the mind we're just going to retrace this whole range again. Net put premiums are spiking good right alongside the drop in SPY's stock price. Net call premiums are knifing right along with the move down as well, so nothing really preemptive in that, but it might be telling for continuation. We'll have to see if they can stick the landing on 74.70 here on SPX. But usually, if I'm kind of looking for another reversal in the other direction, what I like to see in net premiums is the opposite. So if we're going down and I see net call premium spiking dramatically, I'm going to have my finger on the trigger to try to catch a long off of support. But we're not seeing that right now. So right now I'm hands off. Back tests might be shorts, but we're already, we hit the top of that negative gamma zone. Now we're right back at the bottom of it. I'd be hands off here if I hadn't already stopped for today. I'd be waiting to see a reaction to this 74.70. If they turn that into resistance again, or if they, you know, just wick below it, pop up, make it support again. But as far as like the rest of the day outlook, man, see how much this is changing just on the 1 minute interval here. I think we're in a situation, especially with it being Friday. We've got options expirations today. We've got good old fashioned war news headline. Not good. That was sarcasm. You know what I meant. It'd be a little harder to do a full day read like we did on Wednesday, I think, because all of this is chopping around. The repositioning is moving down. We just saw it happen again just now on that update at 75.15. That's falling off. Market makers are moving their positioning to the downside. And like I say, like we always say about this gamma exposure, negative gamma is your target for acceleration in whatever direction we're moving. Market makers tend to buy into strength through negative gamma and sell into weakness through negative gamma. We got to see both of those things happen this morning. They're playing out the full range, man. So stay frosty. But I am done scalping, so I don't care that much on the short term. But you guys ready to do more flow? That is my gamma read for the time being. We got another hour of flow reads to do, baby.
I have a very, very, very good piece of flow here that just kind of hit the tape here.
We did have an SPCX follow-up response too, so this makes sense to do next.
Yep. So bid side, I know Joe said he was looking for maybe some bid side puts. These just hit the tape. Look at that heavy size, how far they are. Geez, how far they are out of the money. And look at our tape. IV's decreasing multiple times and their spot price is decreasing. These look like a put sell here. These look phenomenal. This is exactly what I like to see in flow from the put side of thing or the bid side of things. IV decreasing, spot price decreasing. These look like some bid side puts here. Again, keep in mind, though, this doesn't necessarily mean SpaceX is going to pop, $10 or anything. As long as these expire out of the money, this whale's going to collect profits and their premium there.
So I guess like to just little bit of a baby summary there as well. Just like we were talking about with the calls, with how far out of the money these are. Yeah, they got plenty of time. Yada yada yada. I wouldn't take this like the general premise is put sold to open equals bullish. That's not always true. Just like stuff transacting at the ask isn't always a buy. In this case, this doesn't seem directional to me at all. This person doesn't give a shit if it moons. They don't care. Their puts are deep out of the money. All they need is for SPCX to not close below 75 per share on August 28th. They don't care about anything else. Why would they? They have no reason to. If it moons, good for them. It still goes to zero. If the price stays exactly where it is now for the next 42 days, it still goes to zero. This isn't necessarily directional. This is a premium grab. All they want is this to not drop below 75. That doesn't mean it's not going to. That doesn't mean they're betting on it to explode to the upside. All they need is that to expire out of the money, and they pocket that 1.5 million we're looking at here. If you're rich as shit, SPCX, I'm sure, has been a ball with shorting contracts.
Yeah, that's a that's a pretty good looking piece of flow there as well. I know Snore likes the those short, or he's looking for some short puts.
Chaotic Zebra, what the hell are you talking about, brother?
What
is happening in chat? What are you talking about?
Are you a bot, bro?
I don't even know what that is. Are you a bot, bro? It's like,
what
are you a cop? You have to tell me if you're a cop.
tell me if you're a bot. Tell me if you're a bot.
What are you talking about? It's just like a bunch of emojis about a crystal ball, a champion. Are you talking about FIFA, bro? What's going on? Then there's a soccer ball and then another oracle sign. What is happening, Chaotic Zebra? What are you trying to tell me? Bot equals paid followers versus stuffed dolls. I don't know what that means either. What are these analogies?
It's cryptic.
we've got a Riddler in our midst. We got a troll in our midst.
Are you Jim Carrey?
I think the
Hey, if
message
you're Jim
the
Carrey,
bot
why
is,
don't you hop on?
I think the message the bot is trying to send is "Go Argentina."
It seems to be the case, but I'm not sure. He's just chilling in the backyard, though. We're chilling with us in your backyard. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
But I'm glad you're not a bot, because I discovered on Wednesday's show that if you mute someone in a Twitter stream chat, there's no way to unmute them. So if anybody gets muted in our stream chat, it's permanent. I muted someone I thought was a spam bot on Wednesday. Guess what? They weren't. And now I can't unmute them. They're just permanently muted for Unusual Whale streams because Elon has done a great job of making Twitter the everything app, and streaming works perfectly.
Everything but good app.
I mean, in his defense, I'm not a big fan of Elon, but in his defense, it was pretty garbage before he took over. Too.
Yeah, that's true. I will say all the space is breaking. That's all on him.
Right.
That's on him.
Right.
All right, you want to take the next one, Joe?
Yeah, Joe can do one.
Sure. To answer your question, I did sell those spies. It was about 40 minutes ago. My
Did you catch the top, you some bitch?
My trailing stop triggered. I had a 20%
enough.
trailing stop, and then it triggered at some point. So it
Still
looks
a good
like it
trade,
was
baby.
right about the top, yeah, when it broke to the downside. And then I was just sitting here trying to catch a short. I wanted to see us hold VWAP. Broke down to the downside and then back to the upside and never got to the downside there. And I took a long off of here and got stopped out. I was looking for a long off the highs here. I wanted to see continuation, got stopped out. So I'm 2 for 0 in my futures account for right now. So just kind of maybe it's time to not trade futures at the moment.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with it.
And as we were talking, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Mexico.
Well,
and the U.S. is under a tsunami warning right now. So there's that. But as far as flow, we had a blanket request for MBIS. This company is interesting. Mostly because like they don't make any money yet. Like they keep signing these contracts, but they still aren't making money like at all. And I personally am more of a fundamentals type of trader mixed with technicals.
Which is good to have you on, because I got into an argument with a guy the other day because he was bitching that we didn't talk fundamentals ever. And I'm not an investor, brother. I don't tell you. I'm too stupid for fundamentals. I just look at pretty colors.
And MBIS is not like fundamentally sound. Like it's all hype and like what could come of MBIS, right? So, and with the AI drawback right now, like they're hurting quite a bit. So looking at the flow, I noticed. So I ran MBIS through the options contract lookup. All the volume today is all 0-day volume, so it's probably just stuff being day traded or premium or shareholders selling, selling those contracts and collecting premium. So I'm gonna order it by premium on the day and out the money only. And there's some 182 days out for January. Looks like a 180 spread. And I pulled this up and I looked through it, and I got to the fact that it is possibly, I don't even know what kind of a spread this would be, right? This would be a question for Snorlax, but it's actually connected to the 260 calls for a year out. This is what came through today on MBIS. So it looks like they're mid-hitting the 180 calls for January and then ask-hitting the 260 calls for June of next year. And I don't know what kind of weird spread that would be if you're longing an out the money and shorting for a less out the money contract. That's weird to me. But it could be something, right?
Could be sometimes the spreads get messy. Especially when you have that high open interest, I almost assume they're rolling, but when they're both so far out, I would have to question why.
Right. So yeah, they could be rolling the 180s out to the 260s. Maybe they are really bullish and they just wanted more time. And let's see, maybe if we can go through the 180s here, and let's kick this out 60 days and see if we can find maybe something that was, there's lots of stuff here that was multi-legged. But let's see, 500 maybe on something that had a multi-leg. See if we can trace this back a little bit. Not really finding anything. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to continue going through this because this could take a while to track this down. But I would say, like, there's not, in my opinion, not a whole lot going on MBIS today. Just kind of looks like they're chilling, grabbing premium, the short-term premium, basically on MBIS. Looking at their chart, let's see what their chart looks like long-term. I know they're down quite a bit, which they are, but they have, it's at a good spot where you could see like a possible like bounce back up into the 200s and retest this area here. But for the most part, they're on a pretty decent drawback. That's almost 44% off all-time highs. I wouldn't be looking to long that quite yet. That's something that I would just be wait and see on MBIS as far as getting into that one. And then let's see, what else do we have? Google. Google, I'll tell you what here's what I would say on Google. They are, in my opinion, very close to blue chip status. And it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Google go into the Dow at some point. Or did they just go into the Dow?
I thought so.
I forget. Did they just go into the Dow? They may have gone into the Dow.
Yep.
And I might be thinking
June 29th, Alphabet joined the Dow Jones Industrial Average.
Perfect. So something like that.
Just the sigh.
They've now been upgraded to blue chip status, and like that's going to be when a company enters blue chip, like those are the things you buy and you hand them off to your kids, right? Those are your Apple stocks, your your Exxon Mobil's, your whatever, right? When they reach that status, such a status to be put into the Dow, they're in there with 29 other companies, right? It's a pretty short list. Basically, you buy shares and you hold on to it. As far as today, again, a lot of 0-day activity. It does look like there's some bid side activity on the 400 calls for March of 2027. Let's take a look at this a little closer. Possibly being closed out. They had 1,500 volume yesterday, 800 came over, and then another 1,400 volume today. The volume yesterday was ask heavy. Today the volume is bid heavy. Pretty indicative of something that was longed yesterday and is being cashed out today or cut today. So they could be cutting this trade or they could be adding to it. This would be something that I would double check tomorrow or Monday to see if the OI goes up. But this is not something that I would bother looking at. It is 16% out the money. If anything, it's probably being shorted, in my opinion, on something like Google. And what is NANC? I've never even heard of that. NANC.
What happened? Oh, yeah, we can probably bypass this a little bit. There's not usually a lot of options flow on Nancy.
Yeah,
Somebody
there's
asked
nothing there.
if is this the same account that runs Nancy? Unusual Whales does not run Nancy. We were a
Gotcha.
data provider for Nancy and whatever cruise changed to. I'm not super up to date on it, but I do know their options flow is basically non-existent. Not a whole lot of options transacting on those, so probably not a whole lot to say about it.
All right. I mean, I'll say their chart has a nice pivot point. I know it's an ETF for Nancy Pelosi, I'm assuming.
It's the Democratic, so all Democrat politician transactions are
Okay. Well,
regarded here. But the Nancy is, yes, that's the that's the illusion.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that technicals probably aren't going to apply to that, and move along with my life.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll chime in there. I'll say I'm probably not going to short anything politicians are buying. So that's interesting to me.
I did take a short. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm curious to see what happens. I was gonna say I like this spot where we're sitting right here on that positive gamma, maybe for a quick little bounce, but
Don't you positive
we'll
gamma
see.
on Nazi.
Don't you positive gamma.
I mean,
Come on, I want to see a flush.
It's building a nice little base here.
It is.
Won't you positive gamma me?
There we kind of go too, just in time, kind of going through that negative gamma. Wants to get through that negative gamma, but kind of eyeing that little range here. I'm not touching Periscope today. I'm taking the Friday off there. That's kind of my thing after this week.
You got your bag on that Nvidia trade, brother. You're doing fine over the weekend.
What Nvidia?
Yeah.
He took those Nvidia calls.
No, I took
from the
those
top of the
Nvidia
show.
calls a little bit earlier. I still
thought we
have
weren't
those
talking
open on
about
my.
Nvidia.
I still have that open on my side here too. I was looking for really. It never got back down to my entry either. I was.
You wanted to double dip bad, didn't you?
Kind of. I closed my broker, so I have to open everything and all that too. Yeah, whatever. I see we got 2 in here for AMTM and then MSTR.
Yeah, I got MSTR might have a little bit of interesting stuff to look at too.
Oh, don't get me started on MSTR flow, man. We'll touch on it when we get to it, but AMTM, I've never traded this thing in my life. Let's see what we got here. Doesn't
I caught that short with you, brother. I'm so sorry. I know I said I was done, but I had to do it too. He said it. I looked at Periscope. I was like, I'm playing. I might take it here. I want that new low to break, but I already said I was done once. I'm over my 300 target. I'm done. Closed. Wait, let me make sure that everything's flattened because trade debate's been weird today. I am done. We hit the 300 target. I hope this thing flushes like fucking crazy for Joe. Clean
As I'm
setup
like,
came,
"Hey,
had to take that bad boy.
Well, I'm happy I wasn't trading because I would have took a little L there. It got a little pop there. I mean, you got 506 up to 514. That's a $7 move, $8 8-point pop there. I'll take that as a win. I'll take that.
I'm curious to see your the MSTR read and your hatred for it. But let's do AMTM first. We've been waiting for a hot minute. Homie's been hanging out with us, just waiting. Let's give him what he wants, baby. We use Unusual Whales and non-im. All of this is Unusual Whales, every single one. We rock the Unusual Whales tools. That picture you saw a bit ago, that little chart that Anthony had on his screen, the reason I took that last short there after I said I was done is called Periscope. That is market maker positioning. It's attributed market maker positioning. There's no customer dealings in here. There's no customer positions. It's not you and me flipping SPX back and forth. It's only market makers. And on the Retail Pro Max, or whatever the hell they called it, you get 1 minute intervals on that. And if you're an intraday scalper, if you're taking 5-minute long trades, catching range bounces, catching flushes, that 1 minute is invaluable. That's like the 5th time I've said that today. I gotta knock it off. Somebody give me a thesaurus. I'm like fucking Anthony saying messy every other word. But yeah, I won't scalp without it now. I scalp price action primarily, but the context that Periscope gives me is perfection for the time frame I scalp on. I scalp on the 1 minute chart. Those 1 minute updates really give me confluence or say, hey, get the hell out. I won't trade without it anymore. All right, Anthony.
Yeah, it's a game changer. So AMTM here. This is one that kind of just, sees random spikes more so here. Do we, it's an ET, no, it's not an ETF. What do we got on here? But we don't have earnings, so it's some sort of index or something. Why do I not see it? Oh, okay. I was like, there's not an earnings tab? When do we got earnings on this thing? Not till August 11th. It's like Monday when we were looking at the thing. I'm like, where's the earnings tab? And it's an ETF. Like, geez, dude. Let's see. Anything today? What do we have for any highest open interest stuff? A lot of stuff expiring today. And I'm gonna guess, looks like probably some call sells here. They're 44% out of the money, and this stuff's been sitting in here for a hot minute here since March. I don't even know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big no side trades here. So no side cross trades. I bet you it's a cross trade. Hey, look at that. And it's a big midfill there. So I'm going to probably go out on a limb and say they were probably selling these calls. What if they bottom back there on the 6th? Let's see.
Key9, thanks for coming, homie, and asking questions. Happy to help with anything, my man. But yeah, we do track all politician trading. For those wondering what he's asking about in the Twitter chat, that's at unusualwhales.com/politics. We also have a dedicated Trump tracker. If you guys have missed any of it, he has been blowing former most late reported trades by politicians. Okay. He is blowing that out of the water. He had over 700 disclosures reported late twice so far. I suspect there will be more to come. It's also been reported that every ticker he's mentioned, every company he has talked about and promoted, he bought right before he did so. So definitely something to keep an eye on, the Unusual Whales Trump tracker. It keeps an eye on all of this, but it's not going to matter all that much because he reports them late as shit just like every other politician trader. But just a little tidbit there.
He has been very good at blowing things out of the market.
I am seriously about to get into politics, man. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this?
Did you see the news? Did you see the news that that he's selling early access to his Truth Social posts? So like funds are going to be able to pay Donald Trump to get his market moving tweets sooner. You probably saw the last couple of episodes. We caught the Trump tweet yeets to the downside right after. We very clear breakout pattern. Trump would post, we'd knife. We're almost always the first to catch it when we're live because we're watching tick by tick data on futures. So we see that shit when it happens. But now people are going to be able to pay him to see it first. You know, without going party line, I do want to say there's a little bit of concern from my point of view with that, because not only is market moving official government news being disseminated via a platform that the president owns, he's charging people to get it. So he's charging money for governmental information. And that causes a whole slew of concerns for me. But I'll leave it at that. AMTM.
Yeah. Hey, we're getting that pop I was looking for though. Getting that pop I was looking for on SPX finally there a little bit. Just kind of eyeing that there a little bit. I didn't trade it obviously, but there we go through that negative gamma. There we go. I thought negative gamma meant puts though, but nope, it's acceleration. Just see those kind of.
And I want to say it's not
candles
always. When
trying
we
to
have like
come up.
really heavy negative gamma, I do still look for points of rejection and pivots.
Yep.
It's just they tend to gravitate toward the heaviest positive gamma until it changes, and I've yet to see that not be true.
Man.
So I'm gonna keep playing it, man.
The one time I don't take my log on the show, it's a good move there. That's okay. That's okay.
You already
But, I
won
mean,
today,
that was-
dude. That Nvidia trade was
But
great.
that's
We're partying.
and you know what? That's fine. That's I think not trading for today and just kind of eyeballing entries there, because I was really trading in the middle of the range where you're not supposed to trade. So like I know what I did wrong, but yeah, AMTM here. Yeah, hard to know though, but I could probably lean they were selling these calls there. They were cross trades coming in. Nothing really else. I mean, there's not really much on this that kind of looks super, good there. I mean, it's a lot of positions that have been kind of just sitting here for months and months. Let's do a heat zone read on it. Yeah, that 115 expiration, you can see that's the highest, your highest dollar value there, and that 0 day, obviously 0 day is not going to probably matter too much there. 20 is kind of that strike. Absolute gamma is 20, so I mean, we're kind of just right on that already. And yeah, you're 182. I mean, 20 is kind of the target there. I'm not really seeing anything that kind of suggests we, I mean, your net gamma does kind of favor the call side of things here. Your put wall is down at 1250. You do got some resistance at 2250. That's maybe a slightly kind of bullish read there, but 2027 115. I don't want to wait 5 months in a trade just to kind of do something there. Yeah, not too much on that though, but you kind of get that vision again here where that gamma was at 2250, the positive gamma. Look where we kind of rejected about 2120. So a dollar below that, but there's not a ton of gamma on this one to really kind of begin with. And your heavy gamma's at 20 and your absolute gamma's at 20. Kind of pulled that price towards it a little bit there. Just not the best looking heat map there. Again, kind of a name that doesn't get a lot of action anyways. All right, let's do my favorite MSTR here.
Yeah, I want to hear about the hatred so bad.
I hate this name so much.
Before you hit that real quick,
I'm gonna hit a piss break.
I am full of coffee, water, and Mountain Dew, baby.
You do that. I'm gonna look at Periscope when you get back because I know you want to hear my.
Yeah, I do want to hear your hatred, but I'm gonna
MSTR.
explode.
So I'll wait.
Be right back.
We are popping through that negative gamma there. We are popping there. Of course, the one time I don't take it.
Yeah, why do you gotta swear like that, man? I'm in a short. Why are you swearing like that? Don't swear.
Sorry.
Thank you.
We can both have some pain. So it's Minnesota nice. I have to be nice to you.
Listen,
So that's how it works.
Right. I'm getting screwed right now though, and I'm down.
Let's see.
That was very much a classic base back to the upside, and I should not have shorted that, but I did.
Yeah, so, sometimes
hindsight's 2020.
Yep. Sometimes you're like, yeah, you know, that happened to me like 5 times this week where I just like nibbled in the middle of the zone and just got my cheeks blown open, and I'm just like, whatever. Man, we are building up there at 75.15. I think we're gonna still see a little move kind of up towards that. It's kind of eyeballing here, man. He takes some long pisses, man. He takes some long pisses there. Man, almost a... Oh, we're at 75.09. Man, almost a 15-point run there. It's funny because I bet you if I was in it, I probably would have got... Twitter, a headline or something. Tucker, I don't like Taco Bell. Tucker, stop.
Now let's bring Tucker in for
Taco
the
Bell.
update, though. Let's get some Tucker Hazel headlines.
Oh yeah, this is coming from the Unusual Whales Twitter account here. Taco Bell has officially removed lettuce from the menu after links to explosive diarrhea. And I just wanted to allow Anthony, I'm so sorry for your loss. My condolences, Anthony. You know,
I like how they waited until 4,000 people in Michigan shit their pants. Like they waited that long.
Yeah, I think we should remove it.
Because that was essentially what happened, right? Like that's the whole shtick of what's going on with the lettuce stuff is people are just shitting their pants left and right. Why'd they wait till Michigan died, man? What'd Michigan do to you, Taco Bell? My God.
Oh my God.
All right, why do you hate MSTR?
So first, before I got
okay, yeah, my bad.
Look at that! Look at that long. The one time I don't, you know, that's okay. That's okay.
You're just getting what I got on that short off the open, where you're just like, nope, not for you. Watch and cry.
Yeah, I was just trying to be good. But all right, MSTR. So this kind of goes back to like last November, December, like. Do you remember all that kind of weekly? Like there'd be tons of sporadic call volume going into MSTR. It would never play out. Like I've not had good luck with MicroStrategy flow. I don't know what it is. It's almost like Tesla where it's just like the flow's there, but it never pans out. So I mean, we can do a look. We didn't really have the heat zones back then, so it could be a little different now with the heat zones, which would be phenomenal because I like the way strategy moves every once in a while because it's a good mover usually. Look at those 0 days that came in here, all at the ask, but look at that open interest. That's a big amount of ask side stuff coming in there. Let's see, when did that? Probably a closure though. It looks like. Oops, let's come back.
Big
here.
ask.
Big
Yeah.
ask.
Wow.
Thick.
Did all that kind of.
Hey, when I had to do the dress episode, I was getting called thick left and right. I was like, I'll fucking take it, buddy. I don't know if you're insulting me or complimenting me, but I'll take it.
These look like it could be related to here. It almost looks like they're kind of buying back a short there at the ask. So I wouldn't treat this as directional at all there. Let's see what do we got for flow otherwise. Oh, let's see what kind of flow I can yell at and I dislike, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I've just never had good luck with the MSTR flow. I don't know what it is. Okay, we don't want anything long dated. I definitely don't trust that. Definitely don't trust that. Sending a drawdown for 5 months, that'd be fun. Days to expiration, let's do like 20. When do we have earnings on this thing anyways? 13. Okay, so we'll do 10.
Yo, Anthony.
Yeah, what?
I got an idea for you.
Oh no.
How about we do this? This will be good. Trust me, you'll love it, Anthony.
Okay.
And Nicholas. How about we do this? We have a segment on the show called Flow Furus. Okay. And
oh no,
you just want to spark drama.
I want to hear his idea.
So,
Oh,
without naming any names, we review what other people post online for flow, and then we see who's right in a week.
We did talk about that briefly when we were planning out starting the show last November. And we had a name for it. I can't remember what it was, where we just call out bullshit posted flow or
Finding
them.
Furers? Finding Furers?
It was something stupid. Oh, Tucker, do you remember what we were going to call that and then decided not to because I'd get myself in trouble? Oh, he gone. Did he die?
Okay,
Is Tucker
not.
dead? Nope, he's there. I just can't hear him.
He's a...
There
Bro,
we go.
Sometimes when I press my mic unmute, it just doesn't unmute. Let's see. I think I had in the show ideas document here. Bottom feeders.
Bottom feeders, that's right.
Ooh, what?
That's what we're gonna call like people who like messed up.
Oh no, I think it'd be funny. If we can accurately avoid not naming names, I'd be down. I'd kind of, depending on the name we name, I'd kind of be into it. Snorlax and I are no strangers to calling people out publicly. I am most of like the big accounts that have been caught by Snorlax or myself dumping liquidity on their followers have long since blocked us. So if we end up doing that, I'll have to rely on you guys to pull them.
you can still if people blocked you though, you can still see their Twitter feed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll think about it. We'll see how much the likelihood is that I get myself in trouble. It's probably pretty high.
Well, the thing. So Joe, because me and Joe aren't employees of Unusual Whale, so it's a little
true.
different.
I mean, we could do
Whale
something.
sanctioned
We
show
could do
with my ass on the
That'd be
line.
fun.
I have names in mind already of specific people I'd want to look at, but who's gonna go through the 500 tweets that they posted that week?
That's a good point too. That's a good point. No, I'll back burner that. That I think it'd be a fun segment. I thought it'd be a fun segment back when we were first planning the show. I think my mouth will get me in trouble if we launch it. But hey, who doesn't like a little strife and entertainment, you know? Sometimes drama runs.
I feel like Unusual Whales for the most part was founded upon like calling out politicians for insider trading.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe the whale would be on board with something like that. Maybe not just options furus. Maybe just furus in general, like paying $700 to learn how to draw trend lines on a chart.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You have some that only charge $700, dude. I paid like $1,500 to learn to draw trend lines.
Wow. Did you get the thirst pictures too, man?
Yeah, from certain girls that husbands run their profile.
Yeah, you love to see that. But hey, we got a couple more AI porn spam in the chat, so we got that going for us. It's on topic.
Joe coming in with the hot ideas on a Friday. Huh?
Let's see if we can get Nicholas fired in a single episode.
So COHR, there's a request for that.
I don't even think you could finish MSTR.
No, not yet. We could just blame Tucker. Just blame Tucker. Say Tucker was the mastermind behind it all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you're probably doing it anyway.
The math seems to check out.
And just throw Tucker under the bus, and then they'll be like, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. So, that'd be fine. Yeah, MSTR, yeah, there's not really much for flow here. Let's just do a quick heat zone read on this thing. Somebody came down. Somebody's already expecting lunchtime. Comes down, like, ooh, it's almost 11 o'clock. Better go get some lunch. Like, yeah, I know. That's all you want to hang out with me for.
He only likes me for my shorts.
There's some gamma happening. Some gammaing has been gammaing.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
So gamma has been
quick.
gammaing.
Yeah, just not that
exploded up.
Ooh,
and then
not the cleanest read here. All right,
75-25 building too.
Oh, holy shit! Yes, dude.
Let's get to something interesting. Let's go to the.
I flipped to your screen there, Joe. You're on full screen. You just want to real quick, give a rundown on what you're looking at on that flip here.
Yeah, I've got the expiration set to just today, so it's just 0 days on a Friday. And then the 75-15 gamma exposure started building. Maybe see it. I don't know. But these white dots show where it was, I think 15 minutes ago, 10, 15, and 30. And we can see it building to the right. And then also above that, the 75-20 and the 75-25 negative gamma also building, as well as currently being in this pocket of negative gamma. So we might see a nice push up and then probably some pinning at 75-15. And then I guess the market makers have the negative gamma to see if it goes further. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I like it. That, if y'all remember, 75.15 was that price that we were watching pretty much since open, because it started the day really inflated as we pumped and then fell off dramatically, and that's what got me into the first short that Trade Evade allowed me to take. Now it's flipped. It is pushing back, building heavy, positive gamma. We'll see if buyers got the juice over the next 4-ish hours to push that bad boy up. If you're done with MSTR, Anthony, since I already got Joe's on screen, you can do those COHRs if you want to, Joe.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
He's looking at his phone and everything. He's fucking done.
Fuck it. Interrupt me. Fine. One trade that I did see
I was gonna say I was done with MSTR before I even looked at the thing.
Well, one trade that I did see come through were these Coke 83 puts for next week. We got.
Hey, at least it's not whippets this time.
Whippets are fun. There's 600 on the ask right here, so they could be seeing a night, maybe planning for a nice little pullback on Coke. The reason this one hit my screen is the low IV. I like trading low IV contracts, especially since they can go either way and get a nice return. So 20% IV on this contract was 16% sweeps and a low multi with heavy ask side would lead me to believe that these are being opened. And something that I would be interested in taking. COHR 275 calls for 731. What do we got? Ask side activity pretty heavy, 95%.
Right at the
1%
money, too.
sweeps. No multi at the money. Not bad. 14 days out. Looks like they're probably trying to swing something here. Right off the bat, I see yesterday was a very large amount of put premium came through on the net premium days. And then we're also sitting on the 13th, there was also a large amount of put premiums coming through. And then in between, we've got call premiums below the zero line. So assuming that those are bid side calls possibly being closed out or covered calls being opened. But with the spike in put premiums yesterday, I'm going to be leaning a little bit to the downside, expecting that. Looking at the flow.
Even flow.
Yeah. All right, and then these hit like on the ask at 2280, being opened up. Repeated hits at 2280. These look like they're being opened. They're directly on the ask, which is a heavier lean toward something that's being longed. But these are some pretty hefty contracts. I don't know if anybody's got $2,200 to just sling on something with 14 days. Probably. Who knows? But they do look like they're being opened, and they are possibly, I would say, longed on that. So they could be trying to catch a base or something.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right, I'm just scrolling through to see if there's anything we missed. We got another 15 minutes, folks. If you gave a ticker and I missed it, go ahead and give it again. If you want a new read, go ahead and give me what you want. You got us for another 15 minutes of shenanigans and lettuce diarrhea.
Butthole COVID.
Speaking of that, what's for lunch today? Wonder what's for lunch today, man.
I'm probably just going to make a tuna sandwich or something, dude.
Ick.
Now that 75.15 gamma, that positive gamma at 75.15 is dropping off pretty quick.
Dropped
it
a
is.
bit.
This is why the
What do we have for volume?
This is why the 1 minute is so useful, because on the other tier, the 10-minute tier, you wouldn't see that yet. You wouldn't see that for another 4 or 5 minutes here, and we're
Right.
seeing it now. So maybe we're gonna run out of some steam after they tested just about the high of that negative gamma gap we're in. Yeah, Joe, you're about to do what I like to do in the second half of the day. I like looking at the next trading session as we push into the second half of the day to see how they're positioning for quote unquote tomorrow. Look how big that is
Right.
for Monday.
Right. I just saw that.
I have because I usually I've had some really good success with trading the 0 DTE periscopes in the last 10 15 minutes of the day, because you get to see those big spikes out of the money really quick on those. And if you're really quick, I mean, you can, that's probably my highest, better than the show. Well, not the last week on the show, anything's going to be better than that. The dog trading is going to be better than that.
Dude, you got smoked by those Trump tweets, though. That was brutal. I'm glad your stops filled, because like I've talked about before, when a news candle hits, sometimes your stops don't exist because nothing fills at that price. And so your stop will fill at the next best price. And on a move like that, where the NASDAQ dumped 300 points in less than 30 seconds, stops get skipped and you get kicked in the nutsack. And it was extra insulting because the rebound happened immediately too.
Yeah, and it was even more insulting because I was green at the time too.
No, you caught the breakout and got kicked in the nuts for it.
Twice, and that's what started the losing streak. Is that stupid tweet on Friday last week. Because I've not had a Green Day trading periscope this week. No, I think I had one. It was $20, and I'm like, hey, cool, I'll take it.
BK asks, so with that Monday gamma exposure, is it likely Sunday night futures run up? I don't know if I'd say likely, but given the price action today, that rebound off of the bottom, if we go into close and we still see it like that, I really wouldn't be surprised if we get a run up and rebound on Sunday nights, overnight sessions on futures going into open on Monday. But at the same time, just go ahead and look at news articles from last weekend. I wouldn't swing anything over the weekend. Good. Let me see if that fixes itself. It did. In case you missed any of that explanation, I wouldn't swing over the weekend just because of headline risk with the war and shit. My OBS looks like it disconnected for a second there, but we're good now.
Oh.
But I could see it, BK. I could see it. I'd keep an eye on it to see how that shifts because everything's subject to change. And Trump might tweet, you know? I'm not huge on swinging anything over weekends with the kind of headline risk we have. So I've been pretty much this entire presidency so far, I've been focusing on my intraday scalps and trading what's in front of me right now because one little 2-sentence, even though it never has been, it'll probably be 3 paragraphs, message from Trump on his personally owned Truth Social that will now have a paid tier to get his truths sooner. Very heavy air quotes on truths. Yeah, I wouldn't bank on it, but I could definitely see it happening.
Is there going to be an Unusual Whales package that is going to have the early Truth Pulse?
Today, we're going to learn some
Whoa.
iconic
Now
soccer
Twitch is playing random shit for me. Get the hell out of here, brother.
Your new portfolio.
Yeah, we do have a Trump tracker on site. But again, he reports shit very late, and there's usually a shitload of them. I'd never seen 700 transactions reported late before. I think that might be the first time. Don't quote me on that, but for as long as I've been at Unusual Whales and watching the tracking, which has been since 2021, I have never seen anything like that. But yeah, that's my take on over the weekend with still 4 hours to go in the trading day. That could absolutely blow up everything I just said.
I'm trying to see what happens with volume. We're at 23.5 million right now. And it's
It's
OPEX
higher
too
than the last
today, and it's
couple
just
of days at this time.
yeah,
I think yesterday we were at 13 million. Or Wednesday,
God.
I mean.
I mean, you'd think we'd have a little more volume for OPEX, but it's summertime.
Nah, we can't
It's
do
that
any of that making
summertime.
sense shit.
Yeah, why would we do that? Man.
Well, folks, I don't see any new flow requests. We are coming up on our stopping point for the stream. We're going to be locking it in for a solid 3 hours every stream moving forward, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at doing it every day so you guys can listen to us be dipshits, take some trades, get mad when we can't trade every morning instead of just 3 mornings a week. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the CEO gets mad that I did it without permission, but I'm going to do it. We'll see. I'll ask for forgiveness. I'll beg and plead to be forgiven. That said, guys, I think we had a pretty good show today. Chat, how do you feel about these Friday fuck-arounds? We basically only did flow. We took a couple of trades. We got a couple of flow trades. Anthony took a nice NVIDIA pop, got out right before it knifed right after. It was pretty dope. But if you guys like these, we'll keep Friday to being really flow heavy. Whenever Joe's around, I'll have him on. If he's not around, I'll have some other random Unusual Whales jabroni on to shoot the shit with us. But I think these were fun. We'll do more goofy news things, too, moving forward. Do our little Tucker Hazel headlines.
You're going to have to come up with a little, like, video thing for, like, when he, like, he's about to drop a headline.
Yeah, there we go. An RKO picture.
Yeah, we can easily get one of those made.
I mean, yeah. Also, like that sound effects, like you don't need to pay for that.
Yeah,
just, like,
universal, universal. But I think we're gonna wrap it up there, folks. Thanks for kicking it with us for 3 hours. If you guys liked it, we'll keep doing it, man. I got no complaints. I had fun. I finally got to take a couple of trades on Trade-Evade, hit my profit target. Joe made a nice trade on SPY when he couldn't touch his Trade-Evade, so he was smarter than me and just switched over to a different tack. And Anthony hit that NVIDIA, so I think we can call today a dub. And with all that said, guys, we'll be back Monday morning, bright and early, half an hour before market open for some more shenanigans in the pre-market, followed by trading the open, and then flow reviews for an hour or so. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you don't get explosive ass blasting from whatever lettuce you ate during the week. And don't drink more than Anthony. It won't take much. He needs like a couple of sips and he's gone. So don't party too hard. You're going to make him look good. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.
See ya.
Have a good weekend.